Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Friday night stream. We are starting at 1:21 a.m. We're heading dangerously close to just being like the old streams. It's difficult, man. I remember why we ended up going in that direction with the timing and all. You know why it's so difficult? It's difficult because I fell asleep, guys. It's the end of the day for me. And Karis wanted to go to bed, so she climbs into bed. She's like, "You gotta climb into bed." So I climb into bed, and I'm bada bing, bada boom. I'm sleeping. So to do this stream at this time period before I'm supposed to go in bed, I climb out of bed like this really sad person. I have to wake myself up. I have to literally shake myself awake and crawl over here like a skeleton to start up this stream. So it's very difficult to host late night streams when your sleep cycle dictates you're supposed to be in bed right now. It's really tough. Much easier to do it when you're wide awake. That's how we ended up with the old schedule anyways. It's like a body response. All right, tonight's title shall say Gengar and Pikachu breaks of your dreams. Jungle close, roaring skies close. All right, they're both about halfway done. And let's change this. Let's not say Pikachu and, let's say Pikachu and. There we go. Make that a little shorter. So we are the channel doing probably the most Pokemon breaks, probably showing off the most slabs for sale. We've got a ton. Let's jump into the feed. We are going live for Friday night. There we go. Karis tricked me into bed. She said, "Come into bed, come into bed." And I was like, "All right, but I got to go to work." Nope. Then I'm like waking up to my alarm. I'm like, "Where am I?" All right, we'll throw this out. Click. And oh, do we already have an order? What is this? Is this a pre-order? Ordered 2 hours ago. Matt Hansen, 62 slab away, and Beatrice, who wants into the pristine Pikachu break. Yeah, so that pristine Pikachu break is very nicely priced. Like, I don't even think there's a premium on him. That's the actual price, isn't it? That's the actual price. It's not a premium on that one, which usually the breaks do have a premium. Let me check it out. Yeah, in fact, he might be a little underpriced. I could have priced him at about 240. So that is a very good break right now. Miss Beatrice is correct to want to jump into that. Let's hit refresh on the website orders. Let's go ahead and open up, click this link here. We'll grab a link to the Shopee. Yes, we have our website now. We just broke our first 1,000 orders on the website. That's an impressive number when you consider that the majority of our sales don't come through the website. They come through the old style of ordering, which is people just, they just send money through PayPal directly. Almost all orders are just that. We don't get that many website orders in comparison because all of our, customer base had already known how to order the other way. So now we've got 1,000 orders complete on the website, and it's only a couple months old. It's maybe about half a year old, actually. It's getting a little older. Let's go ahead and turn on the iPad. We're in a horizontal mode, the best mode. I was in horizontal mode before we went live, man. Again, it is hard to pull yourself out of bed when you're already sleeping. Like, I'm talking REM sleep, guys. I was deep asleep. Sorry, cutie. Skeleton, the drugs are working. No, no. Well, you're talking about the Wegovy? Yeah, I stabbed myself today with the Wegovy again. I am feeling it. I was feeling it at the end, at the beginning of the day, and I was like, wait a second. Usually it wears off by Friday. Nope. I woke up with like nausea. And today I could barely eat. We went out to eat and I could just have a little bit. So it's actually working. It's very interesting. I can feel it. What's up, Andy Man? Hey, Troy, Mr. Yo. Hey, it's Mr. Troy Malice. He's our political commentary guy. He always has something to say. He always has the most to say about what's going on in the world. All right, Matt Hansen. You guys, take a second and smash that like button for me. I see we have 21 people in here. We could have 21 likes. How nice would that be? How nice would that be? Here's all these guys. Here's the mega break. Hey, don't fall over. Here's, we've got this Dusky. All right, Dusky, he's the free one. Here's the trade slab that nobody's joining. Maybe I'll just get rid of it. What's this over here? Oh yeah, look at that. You can join a gym break for the Tyranitar. Honestly, I think this guy ought to be a gym break. Is he really only 40 bucks? Is he really only 40 bucks? Let's take a look at that Raikou. We are ready to rotate the Z box, by the way, which we have not done in a while. So that is going to be fun to do. All right, the Raikou. Okay. He's supposed to be about 45 now. 45. I mean, yeah, it's a meaningful amount. I thought that 40 felt kind of cheap. It's about 45 now. What up, everybody? Says Mr. Ascendez. It's Mr. Ascendez. We've chosen our bounty card. Our bounty card today shall be a Ninetales. So the bounty card is called the Second Chance Bounty. If you have totally bad luck, you go into the bounty. And then at the end of the month, one person with very bad luck gets that Ninetales card. Okay. All right. Watched They Live earlier. Kind of a strange mobby. What's a mobby? So look at that. Isn't that nice? You guys don't realize how nice this is. If you go on eBay, there is one for $205, and then it goes right up to $240 right after that. That is McDonald's Pikachu. We're in almost May, and there's no proof that they're reprinting this. There's no proof it's coming in English so far. So I'm just pointing that out. Just pointing that out. Here's Matt Hansen, 60 to my slab away. Let's take care of it. Matt Hansen. Welcome, guys, to the Friday nighttime stream. You know, we're playing Minecraft music. I wish we had something a little more energetic to play because we need to be awake. Let's go over here to the slab away. Where's the slab away? Ah, here it is. All right, and Mr. Matt, I would like to offer more slabs for slab away, but I just don't have them these days. Okay, so we're going to say click group of Hidden Fate 10s, B. Vargas. It's going to say 435 minus 60. So it's at 370. Oh, wait. Did I do that right? I didn't do that right. Hold on. Wait a second. It's 435 minus 60. 375 remains. Okay. 375. Boom. All right. Updated. Good. Then we have the order of Miss Beatrice Moniz. She's getting into the Pikachu break. It's a really short one. God, it's a nice break. Pokemon breaks of your dreams, guys, of your dreams. Put that over there for the moment. You get into the break, you go, oh, whoa, what a nice break. Oh. All right, Miss Beatrice. Ooh. Okay, now it is at 1. It was at 1 before we canceled it. We canceled it because it didn't have enough at the time it didn't have enough popularity. But I know what that was because of. It was because we had already been selling tons of those. Look at this. You might not have seen this, but we got a couple fresh cards up on the table in the daytime stream. So here are some fresh cards you may or may not have missed. TheCardconomist graded 10 Psyduck for $650, much cheaper than the $1,000 one on eBay. Wow. I might as well just keep it. And then Jinx and Ponita, Koro Tora Karuta. Those are super serious. I'm really serious about these Koro cards. I'm recognizing them as a Koro card set that is deeply misunderstood, or there's a very severe lack of awareness of it. As a result, I am scooping up a lot of those. I'm acquiring them. I'm in an acquisition phase for those. All right. So those will be acquired and then they'll be graded. And then you won't get any because I'll get them all. Ooh, Pokemon Green Chart. Oh, that's right. I was going to offer him as not as a break, but actually as a potential slab away. Give me a second. I believe I did the math earlier. You have to do a lot of math when you're buying this card international. We're Pokemaxing. Yeah, that's right. We're Pokemaxing. That's right. High IQ stuff, guys. High IQ stuff, right? I'm Pokemaxing. Here we are. Okay, let me click on this. Right, I messaged this guy, and it looks like he never responded. I was hoping he would respond. Okay, so That's why we never priced it up, because we were hoping to get a special price off eBay and he never responded. So now we're just going to go ahead and price this as if we're forced to buy it from eBay. Ready? All right. So it's this big number times 15%. Now we add that up. All right, we've got this really big number now times 0.25%. So I'm going to do 25% loan on it, basically. 2,531. All right, 2,531, huh? 2,531. Good evening, Mister. My question: when a car does sell on consignment, how will the seller know when it does? Will you send the money on PayPal or put it on credit on energy cards? I always put it on credit on energy cards. So I don't actually liquidate it with cash. I haven't touched your coin yet. I apologize, but we are. Let me grab this. I should go grab it. This, but I have not grabbed it yet. This, let's see. Let's see. Consignment is not super fast necessarily. We are, unless I'm like super motivated, I guess. I was gonna say two. I would not necessarily rely on it to pay a bill or something, because even if I price it up and got it on the table right now, it may not sell at all. Ooh. 2,550 is what I'm willing to do on this Charizard Green. That's a new pricey card. There's a vendor that tried scamming the kid over the YouTube. I saw that. I didn't click it. Was it funny? Was it entertaining? Was it good content? All right, cool, man. I wish there was a way to sort of make this more visible when it's in the back row, huh? Hello, it's me, Lucas. It's him, Lucas. What's up, Lucas? All right, Beatrice bonus. Yeah, he kicked his lips like a villain. I think you mean he licked his lips like a villain. Joey Smith, one spot in the Roaring Skies pack break. It's close. Roaring Skies. That doesn't mean he'll finish, but. Where's Roaring Skies? Here it is. Sell the coin for Mr. Mike Vasquez. Here you go. So we're 5 deep, and what that means is it's halfway done. At only $15 a spot, we could finish the Roaring Skies break in no time. Happy Friday, everybody. So we got this Friday giveaway slab. Oh, yeah. Smash that like button. Let's get up to 20, guys. I have paper claws. Yeah? Rawr. All right. We have Daniel Petit. Tyranitar Gym Break. Oh, it's on. It's on like Donkey Kong. We need one more person in here. By the way, Daniel, you're also able to buy both sides of the break and just take the card home if you don't want to battle over it. Daniel who? Oh, Daniel Petit. You've got a hunter. Nice. They tried denying it. Mister, how does the jumbo pack break going? It's going well. We got one more person in there now. Here it is. This is the jumbo pack break, everybody. As you can see, Mr. Jeff and Mr. Ruben are in here. We need 2 more people to activate the jumbo pack break. 2 more people, $40 each. One of the most popular breaks on the table. Although it used to go a little faster. I think it takes a little while now, but Daniel's got a perfect score. 1 win, guys. Who's going to ruin his score? There it is. That is the Tyranitar Gym Break. It's ready to go. We need 1 more person. Tell me all about it, Mr. Alex. He licked his lips. Mischievous. What a weird-ass card. The Toro Karuta Mischievous, huh? Here's Trade Fed's Mysterious Conspirator. Here's Mega Haircross. Here's Mega Scrafty. This ought to go up in the live customs or something. Let's take a quick look at it. Let's see. Jumping up here. Miss Alexis did not come in today. We had very severe storms. She's going to come in not Monday, Saturday morning. Mega Scrafty, that's what she said. She said, Saturday morning. All right. This card is cheaper. Oh, wait. No. It is not cheaper. Yes, it is. It is cheaper. There it is. So there's some in America, and he gets as cheap as about 110 now. So his price has slightly gone down, 110. Hey, what's up, Mr. Dakota Perns? Any luck with those Pokemon cards recently? Wisconsin has had to deal a lot of tornadoes. Yeah, so we're having tornado weather ourselves right now in Missouri. And we just had like really crazy winds, really heavy storms. Luckily, the power didn't go out though. So we are feeling good about that. We still got power. Unlimited. Ooh, Pikachu's looking tight, bro. Look at that Pikachu. Oh my God, bro. I'm going to go now. Buy ye. You can't just pop in here and then leave like a second later. That's bad manners. Here, let's grab this. Let's grab the all slabs. Okay. I posted a picture of Discord in Discord. I posted a picture of my cat licking my face, which she does that now. And so if you're not in our Discord server, you didn't get to see that. Think about what you just missed out on. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There it is. Time to ship, everyone. Sing me to sleep, Mister. Rockabye 6 on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. They used to sing like that, you know, like they were Kermit the Frog. All right, and T10. My puppy does that. All right, there we go. My cat will lick me on the cheek for like 20 minutes. She thinks she's cleaning me or something. It's so gross, and yet it's very cute. All right. 4 people died in the store, really? Damn. That happens like every time now, right? Like one of these big storms rolls around, and it's just like, hope it's not me. Hope it's not me. Just a bunch of people out living life going, God, I hope I don't die in this storm. Not me, not this time. Ooh, garlic ray. Wow, Mega Diancie garlic ray. That sounds like it should go right up in here. My cat likes my earwax. Ew. That's too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, yes. Just don't live there. Easy. What? All right, let's see. 2, 2, 7. Mega D on C T 10. All right. I need my One Piece fix. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We need a new One Piece break, I feel. What should the next One Piece break be? I'm thinking about making it a whole booster box of like a good booster box or something. Like OP5 English or something like that, right, bro? No. This needs to stay out here. Pikachu. I like the Pikachu a lot. Maybe you stay up on the table an extra second. Melodic can go to the front here. Okay, we're queuing this up. That's what we're doing. We're queuing this up. Pikachu. Point down Pikachu. He's good. So, picture time. My cat will pop me for attention and wake me up. Wake me up. Wake me up inside. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. All right, we took a picture. I am going to do a thing real fast. We're going to take all of our Z-box slabs and start shuffling them down here. They're going into this other box. All the Z slabs. What's up, guys? Happy Friday. It's Friday night. It's Friday night. We're here. We said we would be here, and now we are here. Neither Gengar and Pikachu are on the breaks picks. Yeah, I'm not very consistent with that, Tammy. What do you think of that? Do you think people are actually using that channel? Let's see. Grabbing these. I'm here. He's here. Yay! I was hoping you'd be here. Where would we be without Ghost of Anthony? Oops. All right, and here's some of these. Whew. We got a lot of slabs over here. How many Z slabs do we have? You're going to see some fresh slabs hitting the table if we get a good rotation going, because some of these Z slabs have been in the box for a little while. Not all of them, but some of them. Looks like we got some Old Maid as well. The best taco man in the world. What? Okay. In the world. That's a big claim. Okay, we got a little Zoroark. Good. Let's see. I remember you would pull a lot of God packs back in the old days. Back in the days of old. These. We probably got lucky sometimes. We still get lucky. Like Sarah Dewsbury just recently pulled Prismatic Umbreon. That's pretty good. I feel like Sarah Dewsbury gets all the luck, though. Do you guys notice that? I think we're going to have to start asking her to share the luck. I think she's selfish. I think she keeps it all for herself. All right, there we go. So the Z box has been rotated. We took a picture of these cards. Now let's get them off the table. That's an M. That's an M. That's an M. Into the M box they go. And these two go into the Z box. Into the Z box they go. Oh, yes. Look at all these cards. We need one more person to join this Team Rocket Tyranitar break. Look at that. $25 to get in there. Mr. Daniels Hunter's in there waiting to smack your cheeks, your booty cheeks. Easy win. Hey, what's up, Cactuar Queen? Here's Jinx. Here's Nani. Here's Gallade. And here's Sandshrew. And here's, that's a really nice Mew. So Mew, Sandshrew, Mega Gallade, Nami, which seems kind of expensive, doesn't it? Let's look at the price on Nami. It seems kind of expensive. I'm going from 170 to 150. Meow, 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 meow. I'm here to buy some slabs or get a slab away. I see. Mega Howlucha. Let me take a picture. Send in some orders if you guys want some action. All right. We need to pick a new consignment slab break. We helped Mr. Javier the other night by turning one of his cards into a break. We need to do that again. Nami, Mega Gallade, Mew. Wow, that Mew looks great, dude. You say good morning. Do you live in Australia? Yeah, I do. I live in Australia. It's true. You figured me out. He was talking to me. So we got Black Panther and we got Spearow, huh? There's a Shelter that we just located earlier. Ivysaur for only $20. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And a 5. There we go. Hi ho, hi ho. It's off to the sorting box as we go. All right. So these are all not 10s. Although I got to say that icon card is really expensive. Let's go ahead and take a picture of him for the Pricey Slabs channel. Where's Pricey Slabs? All right. Zooming in. Good. And now we shall also take a picture for the 9s channel. So this is good, guys. We're actually getting some good progress on making sure these slabs get sorted into their boxes and priced up, and everyone's aware of what they cost. So you can shop for these in our Discord server, but it also allows us to show more on the table as time's going by. These are all for sale, obviously. Ha ho, ha ho. I thought he was Dutch. Who's Dutch? He loves his fascia. You know his fascia. Ooh, man, Mega's Grafty. He's just like in this this odd time, not time, price range of 110. It's not good. Here's Magaton, Meow. 1 to the dome, Tatsugiri, and Melodic for 60. Pristine Melodic. Did you guys see this one? That one looks good. Let's take a look at the order, see what's going on. Daniel's done. Jimmy Therese says, hello, Mr. Yes. Can you use my store credit for shipping? Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of Mr. Jimmy Therese's store credit. There it is. Do you still watch WWE? No, mister. It's a promo pass. Buzz, 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 buzz. Am I really? I don't think I am. Now, use my store credit for shipping. Step number 1. Let's go take a look and see if we already printed you a label. Because I think we did. Actually, let's restart our shipping software. All right, we're restarting the shipping software. This is the next order in the queue, everybody. Happy Friday. What are you guys doing for Friday? I thought you lived in India. I think you mean Indonesia. Indonesia? All right, come on now. Oh, there was an update. There's always an update. This silly software. Now, we're going into history. We need to see, did we already print a label for Jimmy? Because if we did, I'm going to cancel it. All right, and we're going to grab this. Jimmy. I don't think I need to type his whole name out. Just Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy. So, yes, we have a Jimmy Therese. This was printed on 4/15, and it's a cheap label. We're going to refund that. Request a refund. Man, it's raining out there, dude. All right, now we're going to jump over here. Jimmy Therese. So Jimmy is going to have a much more expensive shipment now. It's going to weigh a couple pounds, and it's going to be a larger box, both of which increase the price. Imagine Mr. moved to Antarctica. That's right. Imagine I moved to Antarctica for some reason. Why would you imagine that? There's no reason to imagine that, bro. All right, so now we got the much more expensive Jimmy Therese label. Might as well text Alexis and let her know. Okay. Well, should I? Maybe I should. Ah, here it is. Jimmy Torres has a big shipment and 2 labels. The lighter label is canceled. Okay. All right. To enter the hollow earth, we should pray for Mr. Pray. All right. So this will be minus 15, which leaves you with 35. Ta-da. You should pray I hit 40 likes so I can start that giveaway early for you guys. There we go. Good. All right. Six showed me, by the way, I don't know if she's here. Six showed me a little picture of her surgery on her foot. Oof. It was definitely surgery on a foot. It looked like she got super surgery, man. We're going to have to do the 6 foot surgery fund. Here's Meltan, Fui Coco, Rebellion Crash, Tatsugiri. 1 free foot card. It's Charles Black. It's Poo Sass. Hey, what's up, man? We're going to have to do the 1 free card for 6 fund. All right, let's zoom in. Okay. We're using that photo. Let's get these stinky ass cards off the table. Obviously, these are not the good ones, or people would have bought them by now. 1. This is an M. This is an M. That's a T. That's a O. Obviously, if they were any good, you would have bought them already. Come on, bros. Don't y'all want a free one? But I don't simp. I need to shave my head. I should. Should I shave to be Mr. Clean? I shave my head every single time for 37 years. I've never had any other haircut. I love it. It's so low maintenance. It helps me cool down. I've always had a problem, always, where I overheat very rapidly. When I was a kid, I had so much trouble sleeping at night that I would have to do this thing where I would either hang my feet over the side of the bed and hopefully the air conditioning would touch it, or I would literally go sleep on the floor with my pillow and a blanket, and I would put my feet on top of the vent. That's how annoyed I was with the heat in my feet. I'm still that way today. My knees and my feet will become so overwhelmingly hot at night, you would think they're 100 degrees. It's crazy. They're just like, you touch them, you go, ah! Your hand will be burned. You could cook an egg on my knee at night. I swear to that. Did you see her sixth toe? That was been shaved off. All right, so we've got these levels. So this is the binder break. The binder break. The binder breaks this new thing. We're on round number, what is it? 13. Wow. We have been adding some more cards to it. Of course, this is the core cards right in the front, right? We've added all these fun cards to the back. Okay, some hollows. Some of these are old hollows, and if they graded 10, they would do pretty well. Okay, some bulk from XY era. And look at this, some select bulk from the modern era. This is something I've been doing recently. I've been stealing some modern bulk for you. If you hold on to it for 20 years, it might actually be pretty nice. Okay, that's just a little thing I've been doing while the stream goes on. People will open some cards. I'll say, wait a second, let me snatch that bulk for you. It's kind of an interesting idea, isn't it? Premium bulk, maybe. Very interesting idea. We might keep that going. All right, let's see. Jimmy Torres is completed. We got his order done. Thank you, Jimmy. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Anybody? We got an order over here for Mr. Mark J. Valerian. Hey, what's up, Mark? Clicking on this. I went to Target and got care Starbucks. How do you guys feel about that? Mr. Mark says 9 packs of Pokemon English. Perfect order. You got it. English perfect order. Oh, hi, mister. Oh, hi, Mark. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. 9 of these. Since you're donating your hollows, you go into the free slab. That's a new thing that you guys can do. You can just instantly get into the free slab by donating your hollows. Mark. All right, Mark, you're in. This one's going to be for a Dust Noir. It's a pretty cheap free slab. We're at 26 likes. Come on, guys, let's hit 30 likes. I know we can do it. We are. No hollows, please. What's your regular Starbucks? She gets like the mocha frappy. And then I'll have a sip, but that's about all I'll do. She's trying to gain weight. Can you believe that? There's people in this world who are trying to gain weight. See, this again goes back to this idea I have that how heavy or how thin you are is really just like a chemical in your brain and not a lot else. People think there's like this invisible thing called willpower. Yeah, point to it. Where does it come from? But you know, people make choices, right? But you know, when it comes to like behaviors like baseline hunger, it's like maybe a lot of it's just chemistry. Maybe a lot of it's just biological. Anyways, so she can't eat a lot of food. She never does. So we're trying something. We're trying to have her drink a lot of high calorie drinks. So she had a nice big Starbucks, and then it gave her like rapid heart rate. She's like, ah, my heart's beating. Here's Esper. Oh, Mega Zygarde popping out. He sure looks like Mega Zygarde, I guess. All right. We got you a black hoochie mama. Oh, baby. And then Mega Zygarde. Very, very good. Okay, we've got Superior. Land of Butter. Oops. Okay. Here's some of these. Here's some of these. Here's Decidui. Look at that Decidui. Popping that there. And we got Fat Little Rowlet. Now that's a good pull. Look at that Rowlet, guys. I think a lot of the value in this set will be in the ARs, by the way. So yeah, he got a nice little Rowlet. It's a good one. Okay, Chien Pao, and last but not least, Halucha Mega Clefable. Rawr. All right, we got Mega Clefable. That's me because I ate a lot, says Mr. Mark. What? Tell her to watch mukbang. We do watch food eating shows, but not because she likes them. It's because I like them. She has to watch them with me. I go, you better watch this. So she watches food eating channels. I don't watch mukbang, but what I like to watch is like world food. I like to learn like what are they eating over here? What are they eating over there? We're looking for like a Haunter or something. Something like top tier. So this is just obviously the bulk. Nothing special in the bulk, right? That's kind of cute. Oh, there was no Haunter in here. Okay. Never mind. There we go. Do you remember a show called Two Fat Ladies? No. I remember a show called Chewing the Fat. You guys ever watch that? Chewing the Fat? There we go. Very good. Mark J. Valerian, just grab your bag. I think homemade fruit smoothie or protein drinks might be good. Nah. Protein drinks? That's like the opposite. She's never gonna gain weight if she drink a protein drink. She gonna be like, I'm full. She needs chocolate ice cream with whipped cream and a side of butter and croissant. She needs stuff that make you fat, bro. Not healthy. Fat. Mister, what's that ticking noise I hear? Click, click, click. Ah, I don't know. Bomb, maybe? I don't. What are you implying? I don't know. Austin Newsom, 2 Pixars. Whoa! A Pixar order. Oh my. Now we're getting back to 2022. Here you are. Did you guys remember we have these Pixar packs? Ooh. He's trying to say I have a tick on me. We get crazy ticks out here in Lake of the Ozarks. I hate it. I hate it. There's so many of them. It's because of the deer, man. Actually, I hear ticks are on the rise worldwide and especially in America. It's the deer. The deer are everywhere. Everyone loves deer or something like that. I don't love them. The deer spread tick everywhere. This is Gay, Woody, and Buzz. All right, that's for you, Austin. Austin Newsom. That's one of those cool sets that you forget you can open on this channel. People do not open this very often. Guys, these were $4 a pack, the Pixar packs. If you guys want any, they're a lot of fun. They're a blast from the past. It's a couple years old now. It's an old set now. I seen that blink. What? All right. Very good. Oh. Ooh. Now, we get to start to pull some of these up. Snape, Snape, Severus Snape, Dumbledore, Dumbledore, Ron, Ron, Ron Weasley, Hermione, ugh, I'm Harry Potter. I found the source of the ticking. It's a pipe bomb. Yeah, Harry Potter and the Puppet Pals. Oh, no, I never watched that. I know that Harry Potter and the Puppet Pals is a reference to an internet thing. I never watched it. I'm uncultured. Oh, no. That sucks, man. We got an order from Javier. 10 Pokey Shuffles. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, you ready? That's a lot of Pokey Shuffles in there. The Puppet Pals were hilarious. Oh, man. I didn't watch it. I did watch some stuff. I remember watching Salad Fingers. That's a really old one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The bonus card. Sometimes it's the card that contains the hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you did well. You got Magikarp and you got the star card. Now here's the deal, Mr. Javier. That cannot be re-rolled. Set that to the side. So I believe you're positive on this round. You need 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You are positive on this round by snatching up that Magikarp. Congratulations. Okay, Magikarp. My best friend showed me Salad Fingers and Rusty Spoon. Yeah, the artist was like David Firth or something like that. He made a bunch of videos actually, and some of them were pretty fun, especially the earliest ones were very fun. Those are old videos, man. He made them a long time ago. I remember when they hit the internet, and my friend was like, "You gotta watch this, bro. How crazy is this, bro?" There's Magikarp, Misty's Magikarp. Who doesn't like a little Misty's Magikarp? A duck walked up to the lemonade stand and asked, "Hey, got any grapes?" Didn't he make like a follow-up video to that? And it just did extremely well. There's Magikarp. You decide if you want that. Now, the Star Receiver is a surprisingly good card because we don't have any sets stuck on the table. There's nothing stuck on the table right now. So you're going into Gengar. You're going into Gengar Pikachu. How crazy. Nothing wrong with that. Welcome. I just walked up to the lemonade stand. Hi. Okay. Let me know if we're re-rolling. And then where's that Gengar card? Is this it? No, that's the Lightning Pikachu. And he is up to 1 now. We have Miss Beatrice in there. There is also a gym break that needs one other person. Are you guys watching this gym break? Here it is. Join the gym break. I'd love to see it go off. Now look at this. This takes up to 8. Well, this will be done just from star spots. That's crazy. Re-roll. All right, we're re-rolling. Grab this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it will re-roll for 7. And it will click down to 30. Okay. In the box it goes. You will receive 6 cards. Good luck. It's all about luck. Oh my. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. 1, 2. 2 Waifu Shuffles. That was a lucky reroll. Anyways, value-wise, that's an improvement. So you went from $30 to $40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, now you just need to pull something out of the Waifu Shuffle. And then you could sell it on consignment. You can sell it on eBay. You could auction it. Would you guys like it if I could offer auction on your consignment cards? You know, for people who really want their consignment cards to just disappear. Would you guys like that? Yeah, I didn't even think about that. We could do auction, couldn't we? By the way, thank you, Mark, for the $10. Man, Mark's a beast, man. He's very generous. So here's the waifu. Oh, man. I think I cut that too low. So it looks like we need new waifu slabs because look, there's only this many cards in here. Okay, not a lot. I don't sell. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay. What do we got? Oh, man, you're doing so good. Oh, my gosh, Mr. Javier. He is doing so good in these breaks. These Pokey Shuffles and all that are so popular now. I think it's close to the #1 thing we sell, actually. So let's take a look. It says AZX Bride Signature. Signature. Okay, that's the keyword. 90090 SP. Look what we got in the box, huh? Look at that. That's the holographic doggy girls. That's pretty good. So that's in the Waifu Shuffle. We don't sell the Waifu Shuffle very often, surprisingly. Let's see. Looks like someone tried to do a website order, but it did not work. Look at this card. This card is also... Oh, you can't re-roll this one. It's got no price tag. Look at this. Holy boobies, man. Look at that. Wow. That's called the Waifu Shuffle. That's Heavy Cruiser. That's not it. Is this it? That's Laplace Signature. That's Azure Lane. Is it this one? Oh, here it is. Oh, there's no price tag on it. I don't know how to re-roll it then. So the problem is there's no price tag. You know why? Because back then, this was before we allowed re-rolls. So I don't really know how to re-roll it. The problem is I don't know how much it went into the box for. I can create a price I'm willing to re-roll it at. But again, this card was before re-rolls were even allowed. So I'll take a second and take a picture. It looks like it's a nice pristine. We're going to take an eBay picture, see what eBay has to say about this card. Okay. Give it the old eBay scan. No, nothing. It's not useful. It's not finding anything. All right. Let me try again then. We're going to try Nikkei. That's the name of the set. And it's Brid. I think it's Brid, right? Yep, Brid. Nikkei Brid Signature. So that's what we're going to do. Nikkei Brid Signature. And there it is. All right. So we do have an idea. It looks like it should be valued around 100, and that is because there is one for sale for 100. See, so we are going to value it around $100, Javier. You can re-roll it if you want to try for a different card in the Waifu Shuffle box, or you can take it home, or you can consign it. All those are options. A ticking noise. No, Mister only has prunes. Keep it. I would. Oh, hi, Mark. No, I don't get you. You got some. You going to give me what? Let's see. So you tell me what you think about that. Let me know. Dooby-dooby-doo. Keep okay, so we're keeping it probably a good idea because how many signatures were even in that box? So we're taking the careful route, we're keeping it. Javier, that effectively means that you spent $50, you got $100 slab, and what else did you get? I don't remember. I'm gonna put this back over here. Did you also get the star spot? That's $140 value. Wow. There's been so much luck in the box so far. Who's the next oldest order? That says 201. This one says 156. It's this one then. So Mr. Brighton Cole is next. Mr. Brighton, he says 1 box of the Korean Black Bolt. Oh, the Korean Black Bolt. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. I'm going to go grab it. Oh, all right. Here's this. Wait, let me see if I can grab something else. Hold on. Give me a second. All right. So I have a little vintage card here. All right. Little Graveler. Look at that. That's a vintage Karuta Graveler. And he's going into this binder break for free. So he's just like a card you get for free. That's all. You're not paying for the Graveler. He's just a free card. Okay. We already built up the value on the early cards. So binder break's a little hotter now. Mr. Brighton's opening up a whole Korean box. My music's too quiet. Why is my music so damn quiet? All right. I like the song we've been playing, but it's just the one song, so we're gonna have to find another soundtrack afterwards. So on the website, Mr. Catnip's back. I love it. Have no fear, Mr. Catnip. It's not your turn yet, but I did see that came in. I didn't know it was you at first because I haven't seen the name on it yet. But you do the email for it came in, so we do the emails in order. All right, Mr. Brighton. Oh yes, one whole box of Pokemon Black Bolt. Did you guys know you can get a whole box of this for just $60? This is just $60. This is why the Korean cards are amazing. You can actually enjoy opening huge amounts of Pokemon like back in the good old days. You just gotta accept that it's in a different language. All right. Here it goes. Here we go again on our own. All right, all right. I tried placing it like 4 times. It didn't like me for a second. Sometimes people struggle with the website. If somebody could describe what it does wrong, that could be useful. But yeah, I wish I could like log in with someone else's like PayPal account and try to make a purchase on the website, see what it's like. Is my home country doing things right? Ha ha. Yeah. There you go. How's that? Is there no music? I don't hear nothing. Mister, you watched all the Beavis and Butthead? I've watched all the recent ones, but I know there's a new season that only streamed on Comedy Central and they haven't released it to Paramount. So I'm dying to see the new season, but they just haven't released it yet. It doesn't accept the order when you place it. Ooh, very interesting. What's the trick to get to fixing that? Sure. I haven't heard any music in a while. The music's playing right now. I'll be quiet. You guys tell me if you can hear the music. Can you guys hear that at all? Well, Mister, I hope you know hand-to-hand combat, Coach Buzzcut. Nothing. It's like itty bitty sounds. So there was like some kind of YouTube update or something like that, and it's like voice isolation now, and I can't figure out how to turn it off. I went to the microphone in the actual like control center for the iPhone. God, I hate that you guys are telling me that. That makes me feel really terrible. I want you to hear the music. That is so annoying, man. Let me see if I can fix that. It will require me to pull out of the app for a second. Give me a second here. Okay, watch this. Okay. We can hear it when you talk loudly, but it like barely much. Oh, I hate that, man. I hate that. So I went to the control panel for the microphone and it simply does not allow me to change anything. It's like locked in. It doesn't even say that it's in isolation. It just says it's in YouTube mode. So it says the microphone is in YouTube mode. Now, if we were doing a vertical stream, it will let me edit it. It will let me go from isolation to normal microphone. However, here's what's interesting. When I do that, people still report the same problem that they can't hear the music. So I do believe it's a YouTube thing. They think that, oh, let's design let's use the the microphone in a way where no music can be heard. I don't know why they choose to do that. Maybe YouTube likes it that way because more YouTubers do not get copyrighted. So this means more ad revenue for YouTube. I don't know. I could not tell you, but I really would like the music. Master Ball. All right. Might have to get a camera. Yeah. Might almost be that time. Well, this is the dedicated camera. We paid for this brand new iPhone 17 VMAX or whatever it is. This is the latest model just to host this stream, and there's no music. I don't like that. You're right. It's only when Mister's talking that I hear some music. We are. Whoa! What's this? Wow, that's a really off-center card. That's cool. Look at that, guys. Look at that. That's an error card. That's fun. I really don't pull these very often. That's a rare moment. Too bad it wasn't like a more rare Pokemon like Snivy or something. That's cool, man. I'm a clip that one. I liked that. That was cool. All right, we're gonna head up to the clips channel. Stream clips. Snivy. No, I mean not Snivy. Very off center card. 52 minutes in. All right, very off center card. Cool, man. Good, good, good. Here's the driller. Yeah, it's some kind of microphone isolation. I don't like it. Here's Minchino. Look how nice these are. So again, this Black Bolt box, the whole thing was $60. How nice is this? Take a look at those Korean cards, guys, because they allow you to open a lot of Pokemon and have a good time, and it doesn't cost very much. $10, Mr. Store credit if you let me get it from you. Well, it's not mine. It belongs to this guy who's opening it. That's Mr. Brighton. And Mr. Brighton, I would not sell it until after it's been graded. So let a grading company authenticate it and then sell it, and it will sell for more than $10 at that point. It might be worth like 60 or something. There it is. That should be graded. Yeah, exactly. It should be graded. Here we are. I got to call in a specialist. Here's Kyurem. Good. I think it's basically the same as it has been for a long time. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. But the microphone? No, the microphone changed one day out of the blue. Everyone noticed it, and it just hasn't gone back to normal since then. Meloetta. I think it's a YouTube update. I really do. And I think that it's very likely YouTube intentionally implemented it. They probably do not want music in the live streams. I think that's it. YouTube makes more money when the live streams do not get copyright struck. So they go, okay, let's just isolate the music so it doesn't play as much. You know, imagine how many streams are out there every single day, and the streamer doesn't really care about the ad revenue after the stream is over. So they just play whatever music they want, and the stream itself gets demonetized because it's copyrighted. And then YouTube's probably not making as much money for that, is my bet. There's like a copyright dispute on it or something like that. Who knows? That's just a theory, though. Could also be the model of my iPhone. I don't know. Wow, that box came with not 3, but 4 ARs. Wow, that's cool, man. Well, the best pull in here is this guy for sure. That's cool as hell. Not really, mister. Other streamers do have music. Yeah, but you're right. Maybe it's just the method that I'm streaming, like streaming through the iPhone. Maybe they're able to control that, We are. All right. Think about it. So I stream directly through the YouTube app. That's what happens. We're on directly the YouTube app. That's what's going on. And then they're likely using something like Streamlabs. See? So when you actually use the YouTube app, maybe the YouTube app is saying, hey, let's voice isolate for the music. See what I'm saying? Keep the hollows. I don't need them. All right. Thank you very much. We will move them over here and get you a spot in the giveaway. You can always donate your hollows for a spot in the giveaway, everybody. That's our new thing. Always trying to find a way to convince you guys to give those up. Here's Mr. Brighton. We're grabbing his baggie. Mr. Brighton. Ooh. Thank you, Brighton. I think you had an especially cool box there. And, it makes me wonder, do the other Pokemon Black Bolt Korean boxes in my inventory have a chance for more of those really off-center cards? Because, those all were from the same case. So I bet there's a chance. That's worth exploring. And then let's get you over here, like I said. We're at 32 likes. We only need 8 more likes. Here we are. We're going to say number 2, and it's going to say Bratton. Okay. Thank you, Brighton. Korean off center. I don't get how YouTube makes money with these videos. So the way it works, YouTube doesn't make a ton of money when it's live, but then when it's not live, it still posts it to YouTube, so people rewatch it. So every single video I post from the live stream gets watched, and there's additional ad revenue. All right, now I believe it's the website's turn. I'm gonna hit refresh. Dooba-dooby-doo. The music for sure was louder other times. It's playing Minecraft music now. Get out of my room. Okay, so here's Mr. Hawk. What's up, Hawk? 10 shuffles. Ah! Mr. Hawk, 10 shuffles. Oh, I slammed the table and my light flickered. Ready? That was fun. Yeah, check out the other Korean sets too. There's so much to choose from, and it's all cheap. The booster packs are all like $1, $2, or $3. And we used to open up a ton of Korean cards, and I think they kind of slowed down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. When you get 10 Poke Shuffles, you get 1 for free. It's a pretty popular thing to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, Mr. Hawk. Oh, that's so bad. I'm sorry, man. Mr. Hawk got a perfectly cold round in the Poke Shuffles. Let me put you on the giveaway just for having bad luck, okay? All right, Hawk, you know what that means. You need to double down, triple down, quadruple down. That's unsatisfying. All right, we got you. Hawk Tour, you're in the free slab. Sorry, man. If you have another round of bad luck, I'll put you in here. This is called the Second Chance Bounty, and we have a $100 slab. Here's who's in it so far. To get in here, you have to have a bad round. You have to have a bad round worth about $100, and then you get in there. Somewhere in that range, okay? All right, I'm sorry, Mr. Hawk. That was tough. I do see that happen, though. I do see that happen. So, Hawk, that does happen. Next up, Ryan Cheddar. He says, I have a bag. Happy weekend. English white flare ×5. Ooh. Grabbing this, grabbing a little bit of these. White flare. Is it here? This is going to be Pokemon. Pokemon white flare. All right. Very good. Not to be confused with Pokemon White Power. That is a banned Pokemon set. They don't allow that one anymore. Let's rotate the table a little bit. So check it out. Don't forget, guys, we have a gym challenge break here. You could take home this really nice Team Rocket's Tyranitar for just 25 bucks. Or you might lose 25 bucks. But take a look at that. Do you guys see how beautiful this is? Whoa. It's actually pretty impressive how good these cards can look in a tag slab holder. Doesn't that look lovely? So lovely. That's a real set? No. That is not a real set. Here's Jinx. She's waiting to be your girlfriend. This is an exceptionally rare Tora Karuta Koro Koro Jinx. Whoa. From the Cigarette Charmander set. Oh, wait, this needs to go back in here. I found that Jinx is still available for sale because it got abandoned from like a year ago. It used to be a giveaway card. Here's Dodrio. That's pretty good. $38 on that. Here's Magunium. Oh, this would be so good in the Poke Shuffles. And what do we got here? Vibrava. $40 Vibrava. All right. Love tag slabs. We have a lot of them for sale because tag actually gets our cards back fast. PSA, super slow. Tag, super fast. Blindingly fast. So tag is all over the place on our table because of how fast our slabs are coming back. Which I like it. You know what? I don't mind the slabs anyways. They look good. And some of those vintage cards are selling for a lot of money. Oh, Woobat. Look at that Woobat, dude. Holy. Ordered on the Webby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, you're going to have another turn. I like that. All right, so one Woobat coming out of there. This is a great set to poke around in. Pokemon White Flare, I think, is probably a little underpriced. But what's interesting about it is we never pulled the red Victini monochrome card. So that is still a first-time bragging right if anyone pulls it. We opened a lot of this product. We just never opened. We never actually pulled one. All right, Ryan, Cheddar, you got one Woobat. You got a lot of hollows. Let me grab your bag. They return faster and they're much clearer than a PSA slab. Yeah. Well, they are probably the most glass-like slab of any slab in the market. Really don't know why PSA don't change their slabs. So easy to scratch. Yeah. Well, you can scratch tag slabs too. They're all scratchable. They're all scratchable. Every one of them scratchable. Sent for the other Tyranitar spot. Oh, yes. The Tyranitar challenge is on. Good. Let me go ahead and get that done right now, guys. I'm going to let him jump the line. Okay, so you just had a tough round with the Poke Shuffle, so now you're betting on this guy. You need some luck in there. We'll see how it plays out. You have a 50% odds. Let's see. Yes, I can confirm he sent for that. Okay, Mr. Hawk. Hawk, the gym breaks are back. We took away the scorecards for a little while, and now the scorecards are back. Hawk Camacho. How's life going there, Mr. Hawk? It's nice of you to pop back in, man. We missed you. So check it out. You got a scorecard. Now, these scorecards, they're in a season. This is like a season we're in. We got 90 days to the season, and the person with the best scorecard wins. There's all kinds of prizes if you win, okay? It's going to be a big giveaway for the winner, and there's going to be a special Discord roll as well. So now the Poke battles matter. They have having a good run versus a bad run plays a role. For $5, you can make a special scorecard. So the special scorecards, they get put into your bag at the end of the season. Regular scorecard like this gets thrown away. Here it goes. So this is deck number 3, and the audience itself built deck number 3. Busy work life? Nice, man. The PSA slabs feel cheap and nasty. PSA is still pretty dominant, I would say, but just in case that their grading costs more, they have like upcharge fees, and they have very slow turnaround times right now. But that's a reflection of the very serious demand of PSA grading. So it's not like they're working slower. The demand is off the charts for PSA grading. So we got to respect that. And I do like Tag. It's kind of an up-and-coming company. CGC is actually PSA's largest competitor. And so, you know, PSA will grade like 1 million cards. And in the same time period, CGC might grade like 200 to 300,000 cards. And then Tag's doing a way lower amount, like 40,000. So that's how it do. That's how it be. Tags. The best thing about Tag, in my opinion, is the little gradable, the little scannable QR code. I love the little scannable QR code. That's the best part. You scan it and it tells you why your card missed. Here goes. We got Nidoran for 60. Not a super strong start, but you can still win with Nidoran. Hawk just has to roll a really bad pull here. Nope. Round 1 going to Hawk. Round 2. Jirachi kind of weak. Boom. Oh my God. He's sweeping with the jinx. That's it. Hawk Camacho, you had a bad round with the Pokey Shuffles, but you are winning in the gym break this time. Sorry, Mr. Daniel. Daniel Petit, did you see the outcome of this? Daniel Petit, you watching? If not, I'll have to update that breaks channel. Too easy, says Mr. Catnip. Hey. Sorry, Mr. Catnip. Now we're going to have to reverse the winner and loser because of unsportsmanlike behavior. Do you guys see that? That happened in Pokemon Go. There's a Pokemon Go tournament, and this guy wins like regionals or something, and he like fist pumps one time, and then they take his win back and give it to the other player, and people are like, "What the hell?" I'm gonna send for a special. So there you go, Mr. Hawk. You are a 1-0 for your wins. Do you have any of the Popeyes One Piece in your menu? Popeyes One Piece. You are? Ooh. I don't even have a Popeyes where I live. They're building a Chick-fil-A up in Osage Beach side. That's like a 25-minute drive from me. I should be able to get it with Uber Eats extended driving if I want some. So I should be able to get Chick-fil-A if I really want it. But you know, they got this really huge area that they're doing construction on to add that Chick-fil-A. It's humongous. So it's going to be right across the street from the Target. We were just at that Target tonight. We like to go to that side of the lake. That's the more expensive side of the lake. I have a card channel too. Oh, nice, dude. Guess I'm going to use tag then if they don't upcharge. I hate upcharges. Yeah, the upcharges are really not that popular. They've never been popular, have they? They've never been popular. So this Meganium for 100, dude. Is he still 100? Should I check? I should check, shouldn't I? Let's check, because Meganium for 100 just seems cheap. Meganium. Oh. By the way, you guys are allowed to start any break, any gym break. Just tell me what card you want, and we'll get it started. Okay, so you can tell me if you see something you want to do a break on. Aha, this card is still $100. Actually, we have the 10 of clover, 10 of clubs, I mean. When we were kids, we called it clover. So I'm used to saying that. And the 10 of clubs is more expensive than the 7 of clubs. So it's because we have the silver part 2 deck. That's what's going on here. But I'm just going to mimic the price of the original deck. So I'm not going to overprice it based on that other deck. It just doesn't make sense to. The artwork is too similar. It's more rare, but the artwork is similar. So, all right, next up we got Mr. Chensek Vong. What's up, man? For the Gengar break, I have store credit. Okay, store credit coming right in handy. Does tag have a population? Oh, right. Did Mr. Petite see the break? Okay, so we're going to write that down. Yes. Good. And he says he's getting into Gengar. Gengar's blasting off again, guys. He's 9 out of 20. 11 spots remain on the Gengar. He's going to end fast now that he's at just 11 spots. People take an alternative art Gengar pretty seriously. You're about to find out. That is at 9 out of 20 already. That's a critical moment for that card because once it hits halfway done, people get excited at halfway done. They really do. What was I going to do? I picked up my laptop. Oh, I remember. So we need to go get the link here. We're going to go over to the Breaks channel. Breaks history. So we're going to say, and we're going to say Gym Break Tyranitar Hawk. And this occurred at 6 to 9 minutes. 6 to 9 minutes-ish. A wild Charmander popped. Oh, wait. No. It's just saying my Charmander is leveling up. That's so funny. We put, by the way, in our Discord server, we got this Pokemon Discord server bot that lets you catch Pokemon. It's really funny. So that's something we added to the Discord server the other day to make it feel a little more fresh. Sometimes you got to add stuff to the Discord server. PSA needs to ditch the upcharge. Oh, man. Imagine how much money they would miss out on if they truly did ditch the upcharge. They're not going to ditch that upcharge. They're going to keep it. They're going to keep it, man. All right, Mr. Hawk, let's see what we got. Now, wait a second. So, wait a second. So, Hawk, you have another round of 10 Poke Shuffles that we were supposed to do. Oh, I see. You ordered it alongside the Tyranitar. And then after that, you ordered a special battle card. All right. I like that. What kind of Pokemon you want, Mr. Hawk? Do you know what Pokemon you want? Do you have one in mind? Let's go get his 11 Poke Shuffles. You ready? Poke Shuffles are going off tonight, guys. Okay. Imagine how much business they'd gain if they got rid of the upcharge. Marowak? Where can I find a Marowak, I wonder? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It is. Okay. I think PSA could like sacrifice a baby to the devil and people would still be lining up to grade with them. They're just that far ahead. Here's Crocodile. Here's Gloom. Here's Trapinch. They'd be like, ooh, hopefully that baby increases my odds. More tens. Ludicolo, Jigglypuff, Bramble Blast. Oh, you're so lucky. Right at the end, you got the 40 to the oldest break. This is a star pull. So it's kind of an unlucky round for you, right? Like this is only valued at 40 bucks. But that is much, 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 much better than missing entirely and getting nothing. That is a star spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He goes back in for 8. All right, so Mr. Hawk, you haven't had any big luck in the Poke Shuffles. Hawk, the Poke Shuffles are so popular now because if you don't like the card you pull now, you can re-roll it. You can re-roll a card that you don't like. You can say, hey, send that back in. And the re-roll value is about 90%. It's kind of, it works like this. If it's a card that's 50 or under, you re-roll minus $5. If it's 55 or over, you re-roll minus $10. So that's how it works now. So, but the re-rolls made all of those shuffle boxes super popular. Live customs, Poke Shuffles. Waifu Shuffle is still kind of slow. I think it's because it got waifus in it. All right. So this shall be Mr. Hot going in. Okay. Yeah, the Poke Shuffles have become insanely popular. They're like one of the most sold things on the channel now. Here's what'll happen. Somebody will pull like a $50 slab, they'll re-roll it. So they'll buy like 2 Poke Shuffles, pull like a $40 slab, right? They'll re-roll it for 35. That's seven, right, cards. So they go from like 2 cards to 7, and then they'll pull like, instead of $40, they'll pull like $60. And we've seen some really crazy snowballs where like people pull like in the end like $300 worth of cards. And it's all because they kept getting lucky over and over again every time they re-rolled. We've also seen it go the other way. We've seen somebody pull like a $50 slab, re-roll it for 45, and then get a 100% cold round. So we've seen it both ways. So you got to think of it like that, okay? But yeah, it's just led to like these higher risk, higher reward situations, and some of them have been really nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whoa. Gengar Mimikyu is somehow already up to 10. He is up to 10, everybody. Hi, Miss Tammy. Glad you make it back home safe. Now, if they did no upcharge and clear glass type cases, the world may implode. During COVID, it was like 2 years almost. Yeah, yes. PSA had very long wait times. They had a major bottleneck issue as bazillions of people sent their cards in. Look at that. 10 out of 20, 10 out of 20, guys. He's halfway done. You got to consider the Gengar now. He could end in this stream if you guys got crazy. If you got crazy. Now, what was the other $5 for? A specially break card. All right, specially break card. He likes Marowak, he says. Let's see if we can find some kind of Marowak. Where would we have a chance of finding a Marowak? We got Spinarak, Honedge, Rattata, Spinarak. Spinarak sounds like Marowak. Nose Pass, Raticate, Skoruppy, Snivy, Volcanion. I just kind of pull something from bulk if we can find something nice from bulk. Seal, Halucha, Barbosa, Double, Spoopa, Hippodon, Clefairy, Bufrau. Nothing in here. Scrafty, what's up here? This is from Pokemon Black and White. So Pokemon Black and White won't have Marowak in it. I'm jet lagged. I'll do that Halucha. Halucha it is for Mr. Hawk. All right, Halucha time, baby. Halucha's a good one. He's a fighter. He'll fight to the end, the last man standing. All right, there we go. Plus, his name sounds kind of like your name. So that's going to be your scorecard. And it's a custom scorecard. And we can make a custom scorecard for anyone for $5. And once the season is over, 90 days, once it's over, you keep the card, unlike the other scorecards, which just get thrown away. They automatically get thrown away. Okay. So this is for prestigious members of our gym break club. See that? All right. Now, I never really know how to deal with the top part because I never really know how I want to do this. All right. We're going to say win, loss. Of course, you have a win of 1. There it goes. So look at that. That's your score so far. And we're going to put, I think, Hawk on the front. We're not going to try to put Halucha. We're going to say Hawk. Hawk C like that. And on the back, your actual name. Hawk Camacho. Just kind of tricky to fit all that, huh? Should I do Journey Together or try my luck at a Korean rocket again? Ooh, that's a great question. I mean, Journey Together is English and it's pretty cheap. On the other hand, Korean Team Rocket gives you a chance for the, the Altart Mewtwo. Is all right. So you've got your scorecard now, and we can throw the cheap one away. Here's the difference between a custom card and a cheap card. Pretty big difference. I gave you a cursive C there. It's all looped over at the end. All right, in it goes. And we shall throw this away. Very good. Too bad you didn't have the HM Move fly. Should I do Journey Together? I hate flying and being in airports. Ever since they did away the smoking, I always try to fly through Atlanta because they were the last smoking airport, ended a couple years ago. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's because of that secondhand smoke, huh? So they go, oh, I don't want the secondhand smoke. So that's what it's all about, probably. Here's a bunch of wimps, if you ask me. Back when this country was good, we could smoke in McDonald's. No, I'm just kidding. Here's Pokemon Green Charizard. Look at that. So this is a, well, it should be a red label. This is not a black label. This is a red label card. It's over the price of the cheapest buy it now Charizard on eBay. When that cheapest buy it now on eBay is in Japan. Ours is right here in the US. So if you go buy that, not only do you have to pay the shipping, not only do you have to pay the taxes, you have to pay the import fee. All of that's been calculated here, and then a little premium on him as well. So we've made Poker Charizard available. I still have a McDonald's ashtray. Yeah, what the hell? This country's going to hell in a handbasket. We used to be able to drink and drive. Now they're taking away drinking and driving. What are they doing in this country? What's a man to do after a hard day work? Can't drink and drive. It's not right. Let's see. Where's the price of slabs? Did you guys watch that interview? There was an interview back when they created the law that banned drinking and driving, and they were complaining about it. They're like, wow, they're taking away all our freedoms. I work 8 hours a week in this country, and you telling me I can't drink and drive? It's not right. Now we've grown up with that rule, and it just seems like common sense. Well, yeah, you're not gonna drive inebriated, bro. I don't do any drugs. No drugs, Tammy. You don't want to admit that. That's like saying you're not cool. Tammy, I thought you were cool. Tammy, she's not telling the truth. She does do magic mushrooms. She told me that she does magic mushrooms. And that's Morels, by the way. Morels. I like this one. That's an Anthony Kalura card. We're going to try this Anthony Kalura card out for consignment. This is a consignment break. Take a quick look at it. This is not just Finn and Jake. This is holographic Finn and Jake. Do you see that? See how nice that is? All right, so it's holographic. It's a specialty card that does not come out of the standard set, comes only out of the construction deck. Now, we're going to raise the price slightly to 75. Probably worth more than 75. This is a very short break. This is called a consignment break. If you give me cards to sell for you, I might choose your card to be the next consignment break. Also, how do you guys feel about consignment auction? Do you guys want to try consignment auction? The big C, that stands for consignment. 50 months of the Cool Kids Club. The what? I don't smoke either. I'm a bit clean. CTR already does sad crash outs. Some will say that Pokemon cards are a drug. No, alcohol just kind of came off like I do drugs. I just naturally this way. Only on special occasions for alcohol. What? We are. Here's Pikachu. Here's the free slab. The new rule. You can get rid of your hollows and immediately jump into the free slab. When you're opening packs, you can just say, like, donate those. Here's the second chance bounty card. If you have very bad luck of about $100 worth, we'll put you in the second chance card. Cool stuff happening on this channel. Some of the best breaks on the Pokemon card hobby right here, like this Pikachu, which could have been 1 in 6, by the way. He's 1 in 5. This Gengar is now halfway done, everybody. Halfway done Gengar. Ooh, mama. Ooh, daddy. What's going on next? Do we have any orders in the queue, or did we catch up? I think we caught up. Haven't had a drink since October. All right, we've caught up with the queue. There are no orders in the queue, but we just about to hit 40 likes, so we can work on this. There's no orders in the queue. If you guys want some action, send in an order. If you're a new guy, send in your first order. We got a free gas leaf for new guys. If you're new, here's how to place an order. You can either A, use the website. Your website's really straightforward. It's a website. Or B, open up the description of the live stream and pay direct with Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, or whatever you like to use. So you can just look at what you want in the description and then just add it up and pay for it direct with PayPal. Just log into PayPal and send me money. There's a link. You can click it. I sent on the Webby. All right, he sent on the Webby. I'm trying to get another free card in here for this guy. Let me go ahead and pick one more free card. I like to do 2 free cards. Maybe one of these. Can I pay it with Uber Eats? I wish. That would be nice. We are. All right. We are. Actually, I can't eat as much anymore, Mr. Cheese. I was getting fatter and fatter. And then I'm on GLP-1s. I'm on Wegovy, dude. What do you think of that? Now I eat food and it gives me a tummy ache a little bit. I weighed myself today. This is the second month of Wegovy. I've not lost any weight. Actually, that's not true. I'm like down 1 pound. But you know what's interesting? I haven't gained any weight either. And my whole life, I've always slowly gained a little bit of weight, like maybe a pound per month, right? So in 2 months, I probably would have gained 2 pounds, but I'm actually down 1 pound. It's definitely working. And I'm on a pretty low dosage. That's how they do it. They start you on a low dose and then they make it rev up. So it's a very fascinating drug. It gives you heartburn. It gives you nausea. It gives you headaches if you eat and the food's like not digesting. You like get a weird. I do. I get a headache. You need Ozempic? Yeah, it's in the same group of drugs. And I'm on it and I'm thinking, man, they ought to just make it so that anybody who wants this stuff can get it, right? Like we all know that it would be nice to lose weight, but also it's nice just not to have to worry about any negative side effects of being a little too heavy. And America's definitely known for being too heavy. And I was at the Italiano, mamma mia. I was at the Italian restaurant. We had a little meatball. We had actually really delicious chicken wings. And then we both got a pasta dish. That's what we got, right? Some chicken wings, a little meatball, pasta dish with no meat in it. I have a certain pasta dish I like. I like the little shells with broccoli. You guys had this? It's called like pasta con broccoli or something like that. It doesn't have any meat in it, so you have to order a side of meat because you want a little meat with your food, right? All I could eat was the chicken wings, and then I was full. I couldn't touch the pasta. It was impossible. So I was like, holy moly, dude, this stuff is powerful. So it's a very interesting drug, and I've been talking about it as I go through my experience with it. And so if it truly does work, if it suppresses your appetite so well, it almost feels like, like some people need glasses to see. I feel like some people need like a drug like this to not feel hungry all the time. And they should just make it for free. They should just socialize it because so many diseases are associated with like obesity, for example. And so if you want to be on the drug, and you don't have to be, but if you want to be on the drug, they should just make it accessible. Chicken wings. Yeah, this Italian restaurant out here is privately owned. You would think that their best food's the pasta. It's not. It's their chicken wings. They have better chicken wings than the chicken wing companies. There's chicken wing companies all over the place out here, but the Italian restaurant has the best chicken wings. It's really crazy. Perfectly crisp, thin skin. It crunches when you bite, but it's not hard or heavy or like heavily fried. And then it's just got this really spritey, really yummy vinegary buffalo sauce or whatever they're using. I love the shrooms. I go mushroom hunting out here in Lake of the Ozarks. We didn't find any morels, though. Sadly, we looked, we didn't find any morels. But next, when you get the summertime, that's chanterelles. So chanterelles are coming soon. Holy, that's a big boy side hook. This card is $1,000 PSA 10. Did you know that? So here is an abandoned one. It's abandoned Cardconomist 10, and we're doing 650 on it. Okay. Wingstop has the best boneless Pizza Hut. Is expensive for the medicine. So it should be. It's like normally $1,200, 1,200 per month. However, we discovered that you can sign up for it on, believe it or not, Trump RX. They named the website after him, and then it becomes a $200 a month drug, which is still a lot, but it's more reasonable. Like, I would say the middle class could definitely access it as long as they don't. Actually, you'll just be eating less food. You save money eating less food, anyways. Like if I knew I could only eat those wings, I wouldn't have ordered the pasta dish. So you eat less food. And so even if you do have to pay $200 for the drug for 1 month, it almost feels like you eat about $50 to $70 less of food, anyways. So it's more affordable than you think it is. But yeah, we got that through that website, that Trump RX website. He bragged about it in the State of the Union address, where he said, "Yeah, you can go to my website and you can get all kinds of drugs for way cheaper." And so I was rejected, by the way. Um, my insurance did not cover it. They said I didn't have heart disease, I didn't have diabetes, I wasn't dying of kidney failure, I didn't have liver failure. So because of that, insurance rejected me. And so we ended up using that website, and that's how we acquired it. And so it's kind of stupid, isn't it? Because apparently I'm supposed to get so fat and I'm supposed to be unhealthy for so long that I do develop a problem like diabetes, and then I'm supposed to apply for it through insurance. How stupid is that? It just doesn't make any sense. It should be a preventative medicine, and the government should probably just make it available to people. All right, because it's a preventative medicine makes a lot of sense. Whoa, Mr. Hawk is taking home a whole box of Journey Together. Really? One whole box. Do you feel sluggish eating less? I feel like my body has been adapting to it for like 2 months. And yes, I have had days where I eat a big meal just like I normally would. And it didn't stop me from eating the meal. But hours later, I would try to go for a walk and I'll be like breathing harder. I'll be out of breath and I'll be like, I'm out of energy. I can't even climb this hill. So it's obvious that the food didn't digest. So I'm much more aware of this now. And it's almost like you have to have not eaten anything when you go walking, and you had to have waited a while since the last time you ate, and then you can go walking. Yeah, it changed a lot of things. Like it changed when I go to the bathroom. I'm a fond believer that some people should use it, and you're not one of them. That's from the GP doctor. I thought that was expensive, but 1,200 is insane for medicine. But again, I'm only paying $200 a month for it. Okay, so despite what they tell you in Australia and Europe, America does have a lot of socialized medicine, a lot of it. That's actually our single biggest expense for our government is socialized healthcare. So I only pay 200. All right, let me go get that Journey Together box. Tonight's stream brought to you by Mr. Hawk. Oh, yeah, baby. Bazoinks. Our biggest expense isn't military? No. And you know what's crazy? You've been told that a lot, and it's not even close. Military is like 12% or something. It's actually a really small number. A lot of people don't know that. It's actually a pretty small number. All right. I don't remember if it was exactly 12. I could be wrong, but I remember it was surprisingly small. Almost all of the money that the government spends is on welfare. It's a humongous amount. All right, let's see. I just need to know what a booster box of this is selling for these days, because there's booster bundles and then there's booster boxes. And I know that booster boxes come with a bonus card on the top, so they should be more expensive. No, government spends almost, I don't remember, it's like over half of the entire government budget is just, here we are, I found it. Okay, so let's take a look at this. It's just welfare. The single biggest expense is actually Social Security. That's the single largest expense. All right, so I can see that the Journey Together booster box is actually quite expensive. In fact, he basically just bought it at market. So we'll be having an adjustment to the price of this. And what I should do next is acquire a booster bundle of the same product. A booster bundle of the same product needs to occur. Journey Together. We'll move to 9.5 per pack from $8. It's funny because we had already looked at this. And I was telling myself, I said, well, nobody really buys this. That's what I said. I said, well, nobody really buys this. And then Mr. Hawk comes out here and he buys a whole box of it. All right, you got a great price on this, Mr. Hawk. I'm excited to see what you pull. But the next time somebody buys this, it's going to cost an extra $1.50. All right. And we need to acquire a box of the booster bundles. Did you check the prices on your Twilight Masquerade too? Yeah, probably I need to raise it if you're telling me that. It was surprisingly small. There you go. Oh my God. Please just drink water and buy a Bowflex. I'm 200. That's right. I got to get Bowflex, guys. Mr. Mike, I have been trying for years to lose weight. And when I stress really hard over my weight and I put in a really huge effort, I do actually start to lose weight. And then after a little while, like my brain calms down about it. And then I just go right back to gaining weight again. It's like I have a high baseline for hunger. I get a lot of dopamine from food. And it's so hard to fight that biology. I think it's biology, dude. And so again, if I live in total stress, very high stress, very strung out, very sort of like, very focused, we're not having any fun today. Here's the schedule. I do start to lose weight. It works. And again, the problem is keeping that brain mode active all the time, like every week, every day. It doesn't last. Eventually I go back to feeling good. I go back to feeling okay, and then I start eating a lot, just slowly but surely. Actually, when we were counting calories and walking every day, I discovered I could overeat just like chicken breast. I have that ability to eat so much of even plain foods. I can overeat. Chicken breast with rice. I can get fat eating chicken breast with rice. How crazy is that? I don't even need the dessert. Going out to eat, boom, you're done. Like, so you can't go out to eat. You got to be careful what you eat at home. Uh, it's crazy. I just have an incredible appetite for food. I love food. I love thinking about it all day. And here's one of the signs. Again, I talk about this. Here's one of the signs I think it really is just chemistry in your head. I'm married to a girl who has never gained a pound. I've been with her for 13 years. She's never gained 1 pound of weight. She's been skinny the whole time. She eats anything she wants. She never counts calories. She doesn't even think about it. She's never even occurred to think about it. She just stays skinny. She doesn't eat a lot. She can't eat a lot. She starts to eat and she goes, no, I can't eat any more of this. I could put a box of donuts in front of her and she's like, I'll eat half a donut. And then she just walks away from the box of donuts. That's true. That's how it works every time, by the way. And then I eat the rest of the box by myself easily. If there's a box, which there never should be. If there's a box of donuts in the house around me, there's been a serious mistake. So that's how it is. You can't even have it in the house. But let's say there is one. She'll eat half a donut, walk away. I'll eat the whole box by myself without even blinking. And I won't even feel it. I'll be like, this was great. So I have that ability to eat as much as I want. And I get tons of dopamine from it. Meanwhile, she doesn't eat anything and she feels great. Now, the doctor has told her to gain 10 pounds, actually, and she's trying to gain 10 pounds. This is very recently. This is like in the last month. She's been told to gain 10 pounds, and she's trying and she can't do it. She's like, I don't want to eat this. I'm full. I'm going to throw up. So we're trying to give her like these high calorie coffee drinks. That's what we're trying now. And that's having side effects too. She's like, well, now my heart's racing. So she has trouble eating enough food to gain weight. So again, I go back to this idea. When I see this, when I witness this, myself struggling not to overeat, and then she can't eat enough. We're like that Jack Sprat rhyme uh Mother Goose or whatever it was called. Remember that? Jack Sprat could eat no fat, his wife could eat no lean. I'm the wife who could eat no lean. She's Jack Sprat. But anyway, so she's told to gain 10 pounds, and that's like the hardest thing for her. And I'm trying not to gain 10 pounds, and it's very difficult for me. You hear about the numbers in America. You hear about it's something like 40 something percent of Americans are like pretty seriously obese. And then 70% of America is at least overweight. Wow, it's just shocking numbers. I think here's my conclusion on it. I think that we evolved in a food scarcity environment, and genetically, we evolved to get a lot of dopamine for food so that we'd be very food motivated. And then in just about 100 years, we've got infinite food around us, just all over the place, food left and right. There's food all over the place. In fact, for just a few dollars, you could buy thousands of calories of food. Takes no effort at all. So we went from being, for almost our entire existence as an animal, in a food scarcity environment where you would die of like the plague and you die of like, you know, what do they call famine? You die of famine, right? To just the last 100 years, we got refrigeration, we got corporate food, we got mega farms. Now you can have like steak every single night. You used to have to grow a cow to do that. You had to grow a whole cow. And then you had to butcher it and you had to like store it somehow. You stored it in salt or you dried it. And then you needed a new cow and that would take years to grow. They didn't have like methods. So now we've got like the industrialized food, and food's effortless now. Almost like if you could cure the other thing. Look at the other thing we don't have. Endless pussy. I'm just kidding. Imagine you could just have sex all day long with anyone you wanted. All right, so but let's get serious. So going back to it, I don't think humans evolved to be in a heavy food environment. And so many of us still carry the DNA to get lots of dopamine from eating as much as we want to eat, as much as we can eat, and storing fat. Our bodies are designed to store fat to survive, famines. So that's what's going on. And I think that the more you tell people, oh, why don't you just fix it? I don't think it's a real solution, because it's like telling them, why don't you just stop craving sex? You know, that's not going to happen. Why don't you stop looking at hot girls? That's not going to happen. You can't tell people to stop craving sex. Oh, just be abstinent. That'll work. So I think it works the same way with food. I think food's a very fundamental motivator, fundamental drive for humans. And it's good advice to go, ooh, I like this little cube one. We're going to put that cube one in the binder break. I think it's good advice to go work out. It's good advice to eat less, make people aware of the issue, right? But I don't think it's going to happen. Like, if you really did just tell everybody to work out more and to lose weight, do you really think America would just get skinny? Give me your honest answer. If you told America, if the president got on a call tonight and on the news, he said, attention, America, lose a little weight and work out more. Do you think America would reverse the obesity? Hell no, dude. Hell no. Nobody loves being obese. You don't need to tell anyone not to be obese. Nobody loves it. Nobody's trying to be okay. Maybe a couple people love it, chubby chasers at the very least. Feeders. You've heard of feeders? But so it's a real struggle. And so I think that similar to the way that we developed glasses to help people with bad eyesight to see, I think these GLP-1s or whatever it is they develop next will just help people suppress their appetite because it's kind of needed these days to suppress your appetite because you're still running on old hardware, old software maybe. It's more like software. Your brain's still running old software from another bygone era when you had to survive famines on a regular basis, when winter would roll around and you'd have like onion soup with water, you know, when you had one cow, Bessie, and she would give you a little bit of milk, and then you'd slaughter your cow and you wouldn't have any more cows. You had one cow and then it was gone. And that was all your meat. And it would go fast, it would spoil. So that's what's going on. We're in a new time period where I can buy a bag of Snickers and it's like 10,000 calories, and I can eat the bag in one day and go buy another bag. And that activity cost me $5. Nothing. So that is what's going on. And I think the government probably will socialize GLP-1s to a, well, they already are. Like I said, I got on the website and I got it much cheaper, but they're probably going to socialize it in heavy amounts because it's so beneficial to help people from becoming so overweight, which again carries a lot of risks. Okay, I'm rambling. We're talking health today, guys. We're talking health. Let's see what you guys are saying. We used to have a standardized fitness test. We should ration all the food. You need willpower, otherwise nothing will change. Point to the part of the brain that gives you the willpower, you know? I think that we came up with the word called willpower, willpower. I think that the brain has so much more drive and power over you than you truly understand, right? Like, do you have the willpower to swap from gay to straight or straight to gay? Like, okay, just do it. Just do it. Just stop craving food. Willpower. You can't do that. Your brain decides for you what you're going to do to a certain degree. You have a little bit of willpower, but you need a huge amount of stress to truly control yourself in certain scenarios, to truly stop yourself from doing what you're going to do. I think you're given software and you just become what you were destined to become. That's how I really think it works. Like you can cause a little variance in your life, but you've got this baseline of who you are, and it was handed out to you by your DNA, and then you just become that over time. Like, can you stray away from the DNA? Yeah, you can push against it, and then it pulls you back in over time. You center back into who you really are. You know, so like if you love vaping and you vape for a little while and you stop vaping, you're like, check it out, I did it. I stopped vaping. You're one puff away from going right back to vaping. You are not going to kick that, like nicotine, you're not going to kick that habit. You can try, and some will succeed, but maybe the ones who succeed were never truly addicted in the first place. They had better software for avoiding nicotine. See what I'm saying? How do people become infinitely addicted to it and they smoke it their whole life? It's because they didn't have the software to escape it. It just wasn't in the cards for them. Here's Lycanroc. Do I blame them? I really don't. I actually think it's just the matter of their brain soup. They got a brain soup. It works a certain way. There you go. That's how I see it. You can disagree, by the way, guys, but I think that that's probably how the world works. I really do. I think you get a certain kind of brain and you play out the brain like a recipe. Your brain is like a recipe for who you're going to be, and you just end up becoming that thing. Hey, hey, I love this Cubone. I love this Cubone. Look at that cute Cubone. I'm a Cubone fan. He's got a little white dot up there. That sucks. He's got a little dot up in this corner. All right. If you don't want him, by the way, offer me a trade on him. I still like the card ungraded, I guess. Here's Double. Here's Brock Scouting. I love the artwork on that card. He's a cute Cubone for, well, you forget that he's in here, don't you? It's easy to forget. Cubone. Mr. Hawk, you've got the portion of the stream where we talk all about willpower and weight loss and evolution. Do you like that? Sometimes we have serious conversations on this channel. Here's Shelgon. We got Magmotor. Mr. has diarrhea. Poop, 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 poop. He blends in. Sounds very simulation-like. Smoked daily for 15 years, gave up first try without patches or vaping or nicotine products. I'm proud of you, man. That's very cool. Yeah, my dad was a smoker and then he quit. And then he just quit. Yeah. I think him and my mom had like a big fight and then he just quit that night and he didn't go back. So some people do manage to quit, but I hear a lot of people don't manage to quit that one. It's too strong. And I don't blame them for that. I go, it's just your brain. Your brain wants it that bad that its desire to have it is stronger than your willpower. And so again, like people use that word pretty loosely, willpower. It's like, well, okay, well, if you have so much willpower, why don't you just get a better job? Why don't you just work out all day and be buff and hot? Why don't you just not eat anything bad ever? Why don't you just eat broccoli, olive oil, and hummus or something? You know, if you have so much willpower, why don't you go, why don't you go win like a competition somewhere? You got all the willpower. People have a finite amount of willpower. It's very finite. It's escape. It's a what's the word I was trying to say? It's quite small, like Cheese said the other day, not the other day, earlier in the stream. It's vanishingly small. That's the word I was looking for, vanishingly. I think that your so-called willpower is vanishingly small. It's much smaller than you think it is. That's why most people don't get straight A's in school. It's rare, right? That's rare for people to have straight A's in school. A minority of people get straight A's in school because it's just a matter of willpower. And so the school system ends up sorting who's got the willpower and who doesn't. Who has the willpower to sit down and memorize the encyclopedia for a good grade, right? Here's Noibat. Is he watching? He blends in. Mister, if you do 10 push-ups back to back, you can have that Cubone. I would do it, but maybe not on camera. I'm open-minded to that, but I can't do it on camera. Now, I don't want to be doing 10 push-ups when I gotta be streaming. I'll do 10 squats. We are. I don't know, because here's the problem. If I do squats, I can hold the camera while I do it, right? But if I do push-ups, you actually have no way to actually see if I'm doing the push-up. There's no way to truly know. And so, but at the squat, I think you could see it sort of. Bro can't do 10 push-ups. I probably could actually. Um, it's more like, how would you know that I actually did it? So I have no way to confirm to you that I did it. Ooh, squats. Yeah, we've done that before, actually. I remember going to Las Vegas, mister, and I never smoked cigarettes until I got there. Walking around, the only way you can make the headache go away is by smoking too. Really? Turn the camera around. Yeah, see, we're not going to turn the camera around and do like push-ups in the middle of the stream. Hell no, dude. Look at that. Form matters. All right, you got all these hollows. If you want to trade them in for anything, you can trade these in to get a $5 spot in the trade slab. That's why the trade slab exists. Here it is. It's this Gyarados. You might be interested in that. It probably has a $25 value. So that is an option as well. Or chug a bottle of Advil. How much you weigh, mister? Or are you diabetic? I'm not diabetic, no. In fact, that was why the insurance would not cover the GLP-1, because they could not find that I had a serious disease to actually receive GLP-1s for. So I was just heavy, and they're like, that's not good enough. And that's what I found, that kind of stupid, because it's like, well, you know, if you're heavy enough, like, should you wait for a disease to show up? Shouldn't you start losing it before the disease? All right, here goes Mr. Hawk. You ready? That's Journey for it. Ooh. Mr. Willpower means nothing with discipline and preparation, because luck doesn't happen by accident. Would it be all of them for one spot? How does that work? It would be all of the unsleeved hollows, and you would convert them into $5, which, by the way, is a very, very good payment for those. Hollows do not sell for a lot of money these days. The reason hollows do not sell for a lot is because every pack contains like 2 to 3 of them. There we go. So if you actually go to like a bulk company, they'll show you how much they buy the hollows for, and is very little. So me offering $5 for that little pile is way more than a bulk buying company. Way, way more. I'm aware of that it's way more. But the reason we accept that is because it's also just a Gyarados 9. So that's why it's okay. It's like, it's not a big deal. I'm just giving them away anyways. There we go. Oh, I see. Yab is too expensive. You're taking it for the side effects. Hollows are like a quarter. That's a hit. Okay. We did sleeve up your cute little Cubone, though, okay? So if you want to trade me the Cubone, that's also an option. Now, what do we got? I'm going to hit refresh over here. Thank you so much, Mr. Hawk, keeping us busy there, huh? And he also ordered Finn and Jake. Finn and Jake consignment break. Mr. Hawk's jumping in. We need 2 more people. There it is. That's 1 out of 3. We need 2 more people. $25 to get the Finn and Jake to activate, everybody. That's Weiss Schwartz, Finn and Jake. It's also in English, and it's a rare holographic card. See that? So this holographic card comes out of these expensive starter decks, and they do not all grade 10. It's I would know because I graded this one, and this one managed to grade 10, and the other ones didn't. So it's probably, in my eyes, this is way more than $75. So, but apparently it's got a price tag of 75. How did you meet your wife? My wife, Mamma Mia. I met her in college. It's a good place to meet people, especially for sex. Here's Gengar. Whoa. I met her in college. We were nerds. We met in the chess club of all places. Doesn't get much nerdier than that. We met in the chess club. She was just this skinny little girl, and I was like, "Hey, little mama." She had bluish greenish eyes and very pale skin, and she has kind of a blondish reddish hair color, and I was like, yo. And all the other guys in the chess club were just stinky, dirty, nerdy ass, chud ass, just like these guys who would never get a girlfriend, super nerdy, including myself. And I looked at her and I said, what are you doing here? But she's a big nerd too, so that's why she ended up in the group. And I had just joined the chess club. She was already in it. And I was playing some of the better guys in the chess club, and she watched our game, and I think I did pretty well, actually. It didn't end, actually. What ended up happening was I was beating one of their best players, and these other 2 guys join in, and the round actually does not end, but they start advising him to try to get him to win the match. And then we run out of time, and I leave. But I meet her for the first time there, and then I meet her later in the gaming room, which is where they got like ping pong, they got like pool. So they like this commons area for like the students to hang out in, and it's got all this cool stuff you can do in it. And I ran into her there, and she had her dad with her. I was like, this guy seems pretty chill. So that was the second time I met her, and I think I exchanged numbers with her at that point. So that was it. I say, hey, little mama. Oh, you were the least worst option by not being stinky. Yeah, pretty much. There were some exceptionally smart guys in the chess club, but they were part of the math club too. These guys are so crazy, dude. They're like, they have actual pocket protectors. They actually have pens in their pocket. They got calculators. They bring their TI-83 with them. They got like spiral notebooks. And if they flip it open, they got pages of math. They're like, I'm trying to solve the unsolvable math problem. So these guys who like, they're really inspired. They really care about this stuff, but they're nerds, dude. They're super nerds. Not like comic book nerds, not like Pokemon card nerds, but I mean, like, really, the guys that sit down and they want to do rocket science, you run into them in the college, and whew, they they're a different type, man. They almost can't talk to you without turning red. They'll blush, and and they don't talk to girls very well either. So so they were all in the chess club, and it was very cool. And once Karis and I started dating, we both dropped out of all of our clubs. We're like, none of that anymore. We're just gonna hang out with each other. So she was in the pool club too. That was the other thing she was doing, the pool club and the chess club. Were you wearing the legendary sandals when you met her? Yeah, I would have been wearing my sandals. Yeah, I would have had just a simple pair of shorts and a simple collared shirt. That's it. Mr. Too Poor to own a pen. He had a pencil. That's well, no, actually, I had a bunch of red pens. I love red pens. Sent on the web. Yes, sir. This stream brought to you by Mr. Hawk, guys. Sounds like me, but I don't have those smarts. They were very smart guys. I took some of my classes with them, including math classes and computer science classes. So they were truly, truly, truly nerdy dudes. One box of wait. It says Korean Rocket 180. Are we doing multiple boxes? How much is a Korean Rocket box? It's not 180. Korean Rocket. We're doing 3 boxes of it. Oh hell yeah, bro! All right, let me go get some. All right, here we are. Somebody's alarm is going off outside. It's a sewer alarm that says the sewer's broken. Uh-oh. It's not called a sewer. What is it called? I don't remember what they call them. Each house has like its own sewer system for the house itself, like an individual sewer system. What do they call that? I live out here. I should know the name. So, whoa, septic. Yeah, septic tank. So every house has a septic tank out here, and someone's septic tank alarm is going off after this big storm. So that's gross. Somebody's yard probably full of poop right now. Mr. Wow, everything's chasing the new sets. I'm going back in time and obtaining Sun and Moon because I know the cracked ice promos and non-cheesy line haulers are going to make a comeback over full arts. Mr. Got some oddish ready for 420. I do actually. I have 2 decent vintage oddishes ready for 420. So we're ready for that. Then you guys just started blinking. No more clubs. Yeah, a little bit. Little bit. All right, let's see. We started dating and said no to the clubs, the clubs. So Korean Rocket, you sent enough for 3 boxes. Their house is going to be flooded with poo. Yeah. All right. All the rainwater must have flooded the septic tank. But you can hear their alarm going off. I know because I hear it on a rare occasion, the alarm going off. What is your first split evolution Pokemon? Oh, I don't know. I've been here for 4 years, never heard that story. You never heard that story? I met Karis right after breaking up with the girl I'd been in a long-term relationship with. I've been with she was a saucy little mama too, actually. I met her at Target. I worked at Target for like 4 years, I think. And I was with that girl for a little while. And I think we liked each other because we looked good. We looked good as a couple. We looked like a sexy couple. And she was sexy and I was sexy. I was ripped, bro. I was very fit because of my work. All physical jobs keeps you in shape, makes you look good. And she was a shorter girl. The girl I was dating before Care, she was very pale and she had brown hair and she had greenish eyes and she had gigantic bosoms and she was just very thin and very pretty. And she liked wearing low cut shirts and we were just 2 young, whatever you want to call us, adults finding some place to stay together. That was me in my younger years. I had like a whole life before I met Kiers because I didn't go to school till I was, I think, 24. I didn't go to college till I was 24. And that was because, remember, I ran away from home, right? So my early life was just sort of me surviving for a while. That was it. Like, I didn't have money to like go to college. Like, even if you can get the student loan, it's not enough. You have to have some money to truly go to college. That's why they say, when they talk about using the government's money to pay off everyone's student loan, it's like that's a handout to not the lowest class of people, but to the people who could actually afford to go to college. There's people beneath that who never went because they were that poor. You know what I mean? So I was in that group. I was so poor I couldn't go at all. Even on the student loan, I wouldn't make it. So I spent years saving up money and had different girlfriends. And eventually, that one girlfriend I just mentioned, she was a cashier at Target. She was very sexy. Here's Sneasel, and we bumped uglies for years, and we're just not meant for each other at all. By the way, so it was like really obvious. Like we could both tell there were just aspects of each other's personality that did not mesh well at all. But it's like it's crazy how far bumping uglies can keep you together in a relationship. How long it can hold the relationship together. It's like I hate you too, bro. And then and then a minute later you're in bed together. So you can get somebody who you are just really poorly matched to, but if you're just making love constantly, the relationship still works somehow. Anyways, she and I stay together for years, and then I decide to quit my job to go to college full time. I'm getting all inspired. Remember, I'm reading all these books. I got this decent paying job with Coca-Cola, but I said, nope, I'm going to go be a software engineer. I said, I want to make 100,000. I want to make 150,000. I want to make big money. I want to get rich. And I didn't want to be like doing a job in life that was too easy. I wanted to be doing a difficult job, a job that really tested my skill. So I was inspired to go to school. It was very hard to do because when you have a certain lifestyle where everything's routine and everything is safe and understood, when you have that lifestyle locked in, it's scary to quit your job and to take a big investment on something that you're not even sure will turn out. Like I wasn't sure if I was smart enough to do computer science. It's always an idea, but it's like you don't know if you'll actually get good enough grades and if you'll enjoy the work. So it was all just an idea in my head at the time. And I was just some guy who did Coca-Cola and it looked like that was a decent job and I should just stick with it. Yo, picking up that Houndoom. Look at that. I probably had a few girlfriends hit on me, but I wouldn't know any better and think they were being nice. Were you into Pokemon back then too? No, after I left home, I didn't touch Pokemon for a long time. I only got into Pokemon cards when I had disposable income, which I certainly did not have that for a very long time. Um, so anyways, I quit my job and what do you know? She and I break up pretty fast after that. So she liked me a lot better when I had money, bro. She's like, "Oh yeah, we'll stay together, sex and money." When I quit that job and it was clear I was not going to be providing money for us anymore, she was way less interested and pretty bad fights broke out. She didn't like to work. She was work averse. She could get a job, but she would quit the job in like less than a year. She would quit. She's like, I can't go in. I don't want to go in. She was work averse. She didn't like it. So I was the provider. And that made me feel, oh, I'm a big man. I'm the provider. Look at me. She depends on me, you know? So in a way, that's sort of a trap for men to feel that way. Ooh, look at that Tyranitar, man. That looks great. So your pull is going to be Giovanni. All right. So there's kind of a good feeling to that. Having a girl who's like, no, no, I want to be dependent on you. I want you to make the money. You could be daddy. I'll be, I'll be your girlfriend. There's a good feeling to that. And yet for your future, it's not a good situation. So you don't want to be trapped in that. You don't want to be stuck in that situation. You want a hardcore, you want to be a power couple. That's a better situation for you. Anyways, so when I'm going to go to school, we're going to cut back on spending. That's what's going to happen. No vacations. We're going to go into lockdown mode. We're going to scrimp and save, and she's going to work a job, and she's not going to quit her job because she can't, because I'm going to go to work or I'm going to go to school. And then when I get the engineering job, we can switch places, right? That's the idea. And those around that time period, there were some really nasty fights, really, really nasty. The kind of fights that kind of end relationships where it's like you don't respect each other anymore. And it became really clear I was very, very, very invested into building a more valuable future and not playing around. And she was way, 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 way more interested in playing around, like immediately, like vacation today. And I'm like, we're not doing vacation, we're doing school. And so those became some relationship ending fights for us. Really rough stuff. And it was like pulling a band-aid off of an old wound or something, or whatever they no, 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 it was like ripping a band-aid off. Is that what the term is? Ripping a band-aid off? We should have broken up already. We should have broken up. That's how it should have been. We knew we didn't like each other that much. It's just everything she liked, I hated. Whatever food she liked, I didn't like it. Whatever music she liked, I didn't like. Whatever movies she liked, I didn't like. Whatever TV show she liked, I didn't like. Her friends and we didn't like each other. She would get like a friend. I'd be like, damn, dude, you picked the most annoying friends somehow. You picked the worst friends. Here we are. She wants to go to the bar. I'm like, I don't drink. There you go. She wants to go outside. She wants to go camping. I'm like, I don't go camping. What are you talking about? I'm not going out there, get bit by a mosquito, poop in the woods. I'm not pooping in the woods. We camped when I was a kid. I've already done some camping. I know what it's like. So I'm like, I'm not doing that. We get a hotel room. So we were like opposites somehow, but we've been together for so long. Everyone we knew understood us as like this couple, right? And it's like this identity you develop over a long time. You develop an identity of yourself as a couple. And, people thought we were going to get married soon. Um, and again, we were having some pretty sexy, smexy smecks, man. I mean, it was nice in other ways. Like there were good moments. It wasn't all bad. But it was just really obvious our personalities were really different. Like I would sit down, I would start talking like economics or something like math, investing, and her eyes would glaze over and she'd be like, I don't want to talk about any of that. I hate that stuff. And just be like, that's all I want to talk about. All I want to talk about is how we're going to invest and save and build a future. Yeah. That was all I wanted to talk about. I didn't want to talk about anything else. And she was like, how are we going to spend all that money? We going to spend it right now? And she came from a real poor family, and her parents had that mindset too. So her parents had the same mindset as her. She had two very hot sisters. She was hot, and she had these two super hot sisters. So she had kind of a nice pair of, calcium cannons. She had an older sister who was also in my age range. She had these huge, perfect boobs. It was crazy. Her sister was mega hot, and her sister she'd have like a rotating door of boys all the time. I'd go over to their house. She'd be dating another guy, and he was some kind of like F boy type. And then I'd go back to my place and stay there for like a week. We go visit her family. She'd get a different F boy in there. What the hell? You're dating another boy every week. So she had this super hot older sister, and the younger sister would hit on me. So it was like three daughters and just a lot of boyfriends. Very interesting family, but the family had, ooh, there you go. There's the Meowth. So you got the Houndoom, and now you got the Meowth, Mr. Hawk. Look at that. She wanted to be a housewife. Yeah, I think she did actually. Here we go. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but we were just very different. I was ambitious and she was not. I had the flame of ambitious. Oh, Elden Ring. You might want to take a mental note of Alex's order. What? Sent an order for 4 boxes of Final Fantasy. 4 boxes? For real, for real? Like 4 boxes? What? Where? Let me see. Alex Silva. May I have 2 boxes Final Fantasy Journey, 2 boxes Gunslinger, keep common mains. I hope I have them all. That sounds great, man. We're going to be opening some Final Fantasy, guys. All right, but we are opening up our second box of Team Rocket. Ooh, Combuskin. Look at that. How about the mom? Yeah, the mom, she was pretty. She was a little bit older. So she wasn't like in that, MILF age situation. She was a little bit older already. And you could tell she was kind of like, she was blonde and she was very pretty. The dad was not pretty. The dad was like, he was a carpenter type, and he was kind of ugly as hell, ugly as sin, but didn't affect his kids. His kids were still attractive. So, but no, the dad was not attractive. He was like, he was kind of like burly, you could tell why she wanted to be with him. He wasn't super tall. I was taller than him easily, but he was like built, he was like stocky. He had like a big chest, he had like the big shoulders, and he was a carpenter by trade. And I remember when I met him, what stood out to me is he wouldn't say a word. He just didn't talk. He didn't talk at all. He would be like, "Hey," and he'd go sit on the couch and drink a beer. And my family was not like that. My dad would talk your ear off. My dad could talk for hours. My dad was a teacher by trade, so that's what he did. He was a teacher, but he was a private teacher for a company called Allen Bradley in St. Louis. So he would talk, 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 talk. And so, but this other guy, he was more like, he was one of those types where he's like, shut up. Like, let's not talk about anything. Let's just sit in the room together and be quiet. So that's what type he was. And there's guys like that out there. And, so, ooh, look at this Wobbuffet. Actually, he didn't like me for a while. I think it was because he thought I was too liberal, which I wasn't. I wasn't very liberal. I was a conservative, but I was too liberal for him. He's like, oh, what are you, some kind of snooty guy going to college? I was going to the community college at the time for my associate's degree. So he thought I was some kind of highfalutin, talkative, smart guy, uh, liberal guy, come to take his daughter away or something like that, instead of like a good old boys redneck Republican or something like that. I don't know. It was kind of like that. So he didn't like me that way. Ooh, look at this. Apple don't fall far from the tree. There we go. All right, very good. Slob on my knob like corn on the cob. Check in with me and do your job. He wanted to be a grunt like them. Actually, I do remember this funny, weird moment. Funny is not quite the word, but I guess ultimately it was funny. But it's like, so obviously when you're dating, you share nudes, right? You share nudes with each other. And I share nudes with this girlfriend because I'm looking great. And she shares them with her sisters. So her sisters have all seen me naked now. And then her sisters share the pictures with the mom. So the whole family see me naked. And they know about it because I come over to their house and they're all snickering because they've seen me. They've all seen me. I'm like, what the fuck? So I remember that. That was a funny moment. We are. There was another crazy moment I had with that family where the mom and dad are going out for a while, right? They're going out for the night and they're real strict. Like they don't want anybody like getting handsy with each other, having smecks or anything before marriage, right? They're good Christians. And the moment they're gone, the older sister and her boyfriend go straight into the shower to have sex. This is a true story. They go straight in, everyone knows what's going on. And then after they're done, me and her younger sister, you know, the middle sister, that's the one I'm dating, immediately do the same thing. So we're in we're in the sloppy seconds shower, taking a shower together. And to their credit, no one ever told on each other for that, which would have been very severe if anyone had told because the parents were Christian and they would not have liked that at all. So there's another Giovanni. That's another fun story. Sloppy seconds shower. Look at that. All right. How long's the order list? All right, one more box. Very good. Very good. Okay. Nani. Being a yapper runs in my genes, but I rarely talk as well. All right. How about that? Did the dad see too? I feel like the mom could have showed the dad. I think it could have happened. Um, you know, like, hey, our daughter's dating this guy. So I think it's possible, but the sisters all saw me and the mom saw me. They were all snickering. They were all like, oh, we've seen you. They had a camera in the shower. No, there's no camera in the shower. All right, snipping it up. That was also when I learned that bumping uglies in the shower is very difficult. Very difficult. Not like in the movies. Not like on the internet. No, sir. It's complicated. It's like, yo, if you trip, you're gonna bash your skull open. That kind of tricky. You're like, wait a second. Snipping this. What's this a case? You were a screensaver. Look at our son-in-law's wiener. Yeah, basically, yeah. That's exactly right. Here we are. Water's not your friend. Snipping this. All right. And snipping this. Here we go. All right, very good. So I'm telling all these funny stories actually, but that was sort of this life I had before I met Karis. Because again, I didn't go to college. I didn't go to the big 4-year college until I was about 24. She and I have a 6-year age gap. 24. All right, last box. Mr. Hawk, he ordered 3 boxes of Team Rocket. Let's get it. Okay, cool. Here's Zapdos. Yeah, the older sister just had boyfriend after boyfriend after boyfriend. The youngest sister, she would get like a boyfriend. That would not last very long. Actually, there was a story about the youngest sister too. There was this black guy and he had like a white girlfriend. He was a chill dude. He was like a friend of the family or something like that. He would come over. He was about my age. You know, he was just a normal guy. And somehow they all knew each other, like the girls and the guy, they all knew each other. And one day I hear this story that he's going to jail. And I've told this on the stream before because this also really happened. One day I hear he's going to jail. And it is because apparently he ends up sleeping with the youngest daughter. But at the time, she was only 16. So she wasn't of age yet. She was too young. And that guy goes to jail. He went to jail. The parents found out about it and sent him off to jail. He was about to get married. So he had a fiance. She was a very lovely lady. I met her. They seemed like a nice couple. And I don't know all the details of the story. I don't know like exactly how bad it was, but he got in trouble for that and went to jail. They ever make a move on you? Honestly, I have no clue if it's longer or not. So how'd you break it off with her? You know, let me think. So we're deep into the relationship. It's years later. We're older. And we're discovering that we're kind of really different people. When I met her, she didn't really have a personality. And this is one of the things about young love, why it never really seems to work that well. Because when you're so young, you don't really know who you are or what you want out of life. So all of her ideas about life were just whatever I told her. I was like, we're just going to do this, we're going to do that. We're going to work real hard, work, 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 work. We're going to make money, we're going to get rich, we're going to buy a mansion. I was aspiring to all these things even at a young age. I was just telling her these things. I was like, we're going to do these things. And she was like, yeah. She was eating it up. As she, oh, there it is. What? Look at that. He does pull the Mewtwo. Wow, Mr. Hawk having a great night, dude. Wow, dude. So great. So cool. All right, let's leave it up. You were asking me what you should open. I said, well, the Team Rocket gives you a chance for the Mewtwo. I didn't think you'd actually pull it. He pulled it, guys. All right, what a great stream so far. That dude was so dumb and fumbled the bag. Yeah, so that's exactly how the story goes. He did fumble the bag. So he was just a charming dude. He was fit. He could have had the girlfriend he wanted to have. And the woman he was with was very nice. She seemed like a sweet girl. She was very pretty, right? The youngest sister was also pretty, right? That's just how it is. It was like a runs in the family thing. And I guess and the youngest sister, by the way, she was always kind of jealous of the oldest sister and the middle sister who I was dating because we were all very active, right? We were out there dating and being, lovers and all that. So she was like jealous of us basically. So one day I hear this guy who I've met him a couple times now, maybe like 4 or 5 times. He'd come over, they would just hang out, dinner time, watch TV, whatever it is. I hear he's gone to jail from the girlfriend. He's like, what the hell? He's like, yeah, he slept with my youngest sister. What? I was like, damn, bro. But I found that kind of crazy because I knew how she was. And she was like this type where she wants you to give her attention. She's like this type where it's like she wants to be like her older sister. She wants boyfriends. She wants to be told she's pretty and all this stuff. So she probably I'm not saying she's guilty or anything like that because when you're that young, it's up to the adult to make smart and correct and legal decisions. But I know him being in that house was just not a place for him to be. He shouldn't have been there. It's too bad for him. And the jail sentences for stuff like that is terrible. It's like 6 years, really long jail times. So I think he probably destroyed his whole life. Yeah, let's see. So I heard about that, and it's just one of those things you hear, and it's just like, it's like a ghost going by or something, like a memory. It's such crazy stuff. You want the Cubone for a pre-grade? Yes, that sounds like a good trade to me. A pre-grade on the Mewtwo in exchange for the Cubone. All right, there we go. Do you think the Mega Charizard SIR will crash in price? Hell no, bro. It's going to double. Everyone thinks it's going to crash, and then they're all going to be wrong. That's kind of what happened with the the VMAX Umbreon, didn't it? Everyone thought it was overpriced at 900. Look at it now; it's 5,000. Now, probably the Charizard's already 5,000. So where does he go from here? He's already really expensive. All right, so I'm going to collect a little Cubone. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Cute little Cubone. He's top heavy, isn't he? He's top heavy. He's a cute card. Good thing you never dipped in that jar. Yeah, actually, later she kind of was wolf whistling at me a bit. We had we were at an event at a rich doctor's house who was also a friend of their family, and they had like this huge pool in the back, and she was flirting with me real strongly because I was in my swimsuit, I had my shirt off. Remember, I was fit. I had like abs and all that stuff. It was really nice. And I don't remember her age at the time, though. I think this was much later. I think she was actually 18 already. And but she was like wolf whistling and all that. And that's just how she was. I knew she was that way. That's why I was like, I kind of in a certain way, I was like, man, that guy shouldn't have even been in that house. But he's the adult. He's got to make smart decisions. Are you ready? Got to follow the law. Plus, he was in a relationship. Like, what's he doing cheating on his fiance? So I can't defend him on something like that. That's his decision. All right, so it is looking pretty good. Very, very subtle difference between the left and the right, with the left being thinner. So I would not bother sending to BGS. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, he kind of threw his life away, didn't he? This card has slight off centering. I don't think it's going to affect it turning into a 10. So this card will receive a 10 from me. All right, right on Giovanni's cheek. You can have both. I think there's 2 in there. Is Mr. shaking? I typically talk really fast. We are. I probably just sound like I'm talking really fast. Sometimes I talk faster than I can actually like handle. Like my brain is wanting to put all the words out, but I can't get them out. You handed me a second Cubone. I'll accept that because I already know this Cubone's not. It's no good. It's not going to grade a 10 or anything. It's just a cute card. I'll take a look at that second Cubone though. All right, he's being nice to me. Look at that. He's giving the dealer a tip. I'm getting the dealer tip. Does Tag grade Korean? So here's the deal. Tag does not grade Korean yet. If you wait, they will eventually, but right now they do not. Sadly. Maybe in the future they will. My recommendation, I like this Hop Snorlax too, by the way. He's kind of cool. My recommendation is PSA. I would not do BGS. BGS is not going to give you a black label. Maybe they would give you a pristine if you got lucky, but for heaven's sake, you don't want to be stuck with a 9.5. 9.5 so bad. The only time I send something to BGS at this point is when I believe it has a shot at a black label. And then those cards sometimes end up getting a, darn, he's not in here, is he? Nah, there was not a second Cubone. That would have been nice, though. All right. I appreciate it, though. He was going to give me a second one. It's the thought that counts. I really appreciate it. There are those with who drown in success and lose it while others are parched, barely getting a drop. All right, there we go. Put that back in there. Thank you for the Cubone. Mr. Hawk, if you end up wanting to do a trade on those hollows as well, that's also an option. All right. Where shall I put this, huh? I'll put this guy into a holder like this. That way, at least I don't lose him, because otherwise he'll be lost in an ocean of cards. Black labels are going crazy. Have you seen that? Yeah, I've seen that. I have seen that. It's going to cause BGS to get so many more people in their doors. Check out these breaks, guys. We got Gengar up to 10. 10 out of 20 is done. Check out the lightning break. We got, that's McDonald's Pikachu. Beatrice is in there. She needs 4 more people. Look at the price on this on eBay. This is the correct price. There's no premium. That's hot. No premium on that one. Look at these 2 booster packs. They're both about halfway done. 40 bucks and 15 bucks. This one could end very quickly if you wanted it. If you so deemed it worthy. And then here is Adventure Time. Finn and Jake, $25, 1 and 3. Mr. Hawk's in there. We need 2 more people. That's the consignment break. Consignment breaks don't have premiums. Some breaks have a premium. See this guy? He's got a premium on him. I don't know what it is. It might be like, I don't know what it is. But this is no premium and this is no premium. So your dollar per value is a little higher on those. A little bit better. And then here's the Mega Tyranitar. Whoa, he's mega. Holy mega. All right, we're checking the queue now. We got Alex Silva. He wants 2 boxes of Final Fantasy Journey and 2 boxes of Gunslinger. That's a lot of stuff. Let me go looking for this, okay, guys? I'll be right back. 2 boxes Gunslinger, 2 boxes Journey. All right, so we have 2 boxes of Gunslinger and no boxes of Journey. So Journey, all we have is whatever's in this room, which is a couple boosters. Here it is. So we have about 10 boosters of this, and then we're sold out. So we do have a couple boxes of the other sets, though, if you're interested, especially the one that has the black and white colored cloud card. What's the name of that one? Resurgence. So we have a couple boxes of Resurgence, and we have a couple boxes of Hidden Trials. We also have a couple boxes of the, let me jump over to it. I forgot the name of it. We have a couple boxes of the Legacy Collection. That's a little bit expensive. Okay, so there we go. Alex Silva, I'm sorry, man. We're going to get the Gunslinger open for you to get started, okay? Did Beckett ever sell the PSA? Yes, they did. All right. Let me grab this. Mr. Like they're mine. You can have both. I think there's two. Let's see. All right. Very good. Sneak this. How about you guys? Were you guys ever in a long-term relationship that went bad? So when I got to college, I had just gotten out of a long-term relationship, and I was single and ready to mingle. I was ready to start over again. I was actually, besides how painful it was to break up, because you're losing somebody who you'd known for a long time, and you're losing an identity, and everyone looks at you and they're like, "Are you okay? Did you remove it from the menu? Journey together? No, the journey of discovery? No, because we still have some for sale. We just don't have booster boxes of it for sale, unless that's in the menu. Is that in the menu? So journey of discovery. Oh, it is still listed as a booster box option. All right, so it's $90 for a booster box, but we don't have any more booster boxes. I'm gonna remove that. My bad, dude. I didn't know that. What's the credit amount? 90 times 2 should be 180. 90 times 2 is 180. You sent a total of 360. So that appears to be correct, right? Just because, let's see, the gunslinger. Gunslinger was also 90. Yes. So you have $180 store credit. There we go. I got you, mister. Look at all this. Yeah, I don't know if anyone here has also been through a bad breakup, maybe a bad divorce. I know for a fact there are people in our group who have been through bad divorces because people talk about it all the time. Divorces. We are Ukinil. Long time no see, Mr. Ukinil. How's life going, man? Yeah. Let's see. Grab this. He is a Vincent. Oh, speaking of bad divorce, yeah. A lot of people have been through bad divorces. All right. I still got time to go through a bad divorce. She'll take half the Pokemon cards. All right. Toss that through there. I was not married to this girl though, so I guess in a way, I was kind of lucky that I didn't do that. I didn't have a kid with her either. We had birth control and we used it. I've had multiple bad luck with relationship. Longest one was 7 years. I'm doing fantastic. Nice, dude. All right, let's see. Snipping this. Okay. Here's a snip and a snip. Yeah, right near the end when she and I broke up, um, she had moved her bird out of her parents' home and into my home. She moved out of her parents' place, and I hated that bird. She had it right in our bedroom because we were just renting a really small place, and the bird would squawk at night. And I worked really hard. I worked like 12-hour days for Coca Cola. So we had these big fights, and I was like, the bird's got to go. The bird's got to get out of here. That was one of those things. She really loved birds. And I was like, look, I don't hate birds, but I don't want to be inhaling bird dust all day in my own bedroom and have like a dusty bedroom. It was like, I don't remember what kind of bird it was. It wasn't exactly a small one, but it wasn't large either. But she also owned a lizard, which was also in the bedroom. So she owned a bearded dragon, which gave off a smell, and a bird. And both of these animals were in the bedroom. And I was like, it just can't be this way. Like, I got to sleep at night. I got work. You don't got work, but I got work. And so near the end of the relationship, we had some pretty big fights over her little animals. And I'm like, I got to go to work and I got to get good sleep. And this is the bedroom. And those got real nasty. They got really messy. Here's Arith. That's some of those separations between us because it became this thing where it was like clear. I preferred to have a what? What is this? Alex Silva pulling Bart's signature. Wow. Look at this. Wow. So easy. Bada bing, bada boom. And those were our last two boxes of Gunslinger. So we have loose packs of it. By the way, let's remove, just like the other one, let's remove this option to buy a whole box of it. So let's hit save on that. Wow. Oh no, Bart's. How cool, man. She owned a bearded dragon. Yeah, she was like a type where she loved animals. That was a big part of her identity, was how much she loved animals. And that was not a big part of my identity. I didn't hate animals, but it wasn't like super important to me, right? And so she was way into animals. She's like, I love them. Don't forget, he wanted some of the comments. Congrats on the polls. I'm sending 180 in credit via PayPal, so $0. Hold on, wait a second. Let me read what you were saying there, Mr. Alex. Do not remove it. What's the credit amount? So the amount that I owe you is 180. And we can write that down as a store credit card for now. And if you would like to convert it to a different Final Fantasy set, I can do that. Or if you prefer a refund, we can do that as well. But if you plan on spending it still, we might as well just move it into store credit for a minute. Here's Vanille. Don't forget he wanted some of the comments. Which comments? All right. So yeah, she had a bearded dragon in the bedroom and she had a bird in the bedroom. I'm like, the bird's got to go, dude. The bird was squawk at night, very noisy. It'll wake me up. And I'm like actually working a job. I was like, no, we're not doing this. Dang, $300 card raw. That was right near the end of the relationship, was me saying the bird's got to go. Yeah. He wanted the Final Fantasy mainline characters. Ah, okay. Simple enough. Put this in here. Some people request that. We don't really necessarily do that with bulk because it's too cheap. But let's see if I can identify like Cloud or Tifa or something like that. All right, let's see. Here's a Cactuar. You can pull every one of these cards as a holo. So these really are just bulk. Let's see. Ignis, Saz, Oracle. Was there a particular character? Not seeing Cloud so far. There's Vaughn. Oh, rat. Oh, there's a Cloud. All right, there you go, baby. Oh, yeah. Did the bird go or you went first? No, the bird went first. And after the bird went, it was kind of like this kind of dark cloud almost because it's almost like rejecting her because she loves birds so much. She's like, all I care about are birds. And I'm like, I hate it. Get it out of here. I'd never been forced to live with the bird before. Oh, there's lightning. Okay, lightning. I'd never been forced to have it in my bedroom. So she rehomes the bird back with her parents. It's not a big deal. And Dark Finna, there's where Dark Finna comes from. Anyways, so we get rid of the bird, and you know, that's a big damper on the relationship instantly. And all of my plans are focused around gotta go to college, gotta go to college, gotta go to college. I'm signing up for the student loan. I'm signing up for the Pell Grant. I'm getting all my paperwork ready. I'm getting all my credits ready. I'm, from the community. I'm getting everything ready. I'm like working like crazy. I'm working this full-time job. And she's just like laying at home watching YouTube. I used to hate YouTube. Did you know that? She's watching a TV show called what's the name of that show? It's got two dudes in it, two smexy dudes. Supernatural. Supernatural. Actually, the actor in The Boys who plays the dad of Homelander, he's one of the main actors in Supernatural. So she loves that show. She loves Supernatural. I hate it. I hate the show. I don't find it entertaining. I don't like looking at two dudes. And so she doesn't apply for work. She doesn't like to have a job. She doesn't do anything at home. She doesn't even help me with I have like a home business. So, and so we're just constantly fighting because it's like, bro, I need to go to college. We need to have the money for me to be able to go to college, and we need to be strict with our money. We need to work hard. And she's like, I hate all of that. And you got rid of my bird. So it was just really, really, really bad. It was really bad. There's this point where you reach like, since you're disagreeing on the ideas, you're disagreeing with each other's ideas. You reach this point where there's like contempt because you reach a point where it's like, I'm saying stuff like, well, you're just a stinky bird girl who like doesn't work. And she's like, well, you're Scrooge and you suck because you're Scrooge. So that's what it's getting to, right? It's getting to this point where we're recognizing these faults or these character personality traits that we really don't admire. We don't respect it. She's seeing things in me she doesn't like it, and I'm seeing things in her and I don't like it. That's when the relationship is over. It's over at that point. We're both kind of checked out, and she moves back in with her parents is what happens. She moves in with her parents, and we text for a while, but it's like, it's all argument over text. It's all fighting. That's it. So pretty crazy. And that was a long relationship. I think it was like 5 years, maybe about 5 years. Yeah. All right. Please make $180 credit card. Yes, sir. Mr. Alex Silva, $180 of store credit. We can certainly do that for you. We can get the Barts graded, by the way. We can send that off to PSA. That'd be a good idea. So we have middleman grading for $45 if you like to do middleman grading. Go ahead and snip this. All right. We also have Dreamlike Oceans coming. So Dreamlike Oceans is going to be restocked soon. I'm going to ask for a chargeback for your political views on Supernatural. I'm sorry. If it makes you feel better, I struggle to watch most TV shows. Probably the autism. All right. Put all that there. Oh, yeah. Is this why you killed the woodpecker? Animals can drive me crazy a little bit. And honestly, I do get hungry for them. I look at them and I go, I could just eat you. I'm bigger than you. I'm a predator. I could eat you. I see like a little bird and I go, you could be like a little roast chicken because I eat roast chicken all the time. Okay, you ready? My little predator eyes open up and I go, yeah, where's my roast chicken? Here's Ledolus. Right, Supernatural's good. I know. Here's, whoa, lightning. Well, that's why she was watching it. But man, let me tell you what she wasn't doing. She wasn't working a job. She didn't want to have a job. It was pretty rough. But the plan was that she would work a job and I'll go to school and she'll pay the rent. Something she'd never done before. She will pay the rent. She'll be mommy. She'll be mommy and I'll be going to school on a student loan. That was the plan, right? And she definitely started changing her opinion on whether we're going to do that. She didn't like that plan. She's like, no. She wanted me to work. And I guess she just didn't care if I go to school. It's like, bro, what about being rich? What about being successful? She just didn't care. Her parents weren't rich and successful. They were really modest income. And she's like, what I really want to do is go to like, I want to go on vacations. I want to go to like, you know, uh, she had like friends who were furries. She wasn't one, but she had friends who were furries. She's like, I want to go to the furry convention. I want to go to Comic-Con. Back then, I was even more conservative than I am now. So I was like, hell no, dude. Who goes to those things? We don't go to those things. Right. I was pretty close minded, but I was like, we're not spending money going out when we got to go to college. We got to get this degree done. She wanted to go like to the bar. I don't go to the bar. I don't go to the bar. I go to work. Were you going to spend money on alcohol? Even when I did go to the bar when I was younger, because I had friends where we would hang out and go to the bar. You go to the bar and it's like $6 beers. It's like, bro, just go buy like a 12 pack, drink it at home. Who cares? But she wanted the social dynamic, and I'm like, I don't care for the social dynamic. It makes no difference to me. Vacation with no monies. You don't hate chocobos because then we have a problem. No, chocobos are cool. Here's Daja. Here's Sarah. Dark Finna. Well, I finna. So that's what it was. It was pretty rough. That was the single longest relationship I had. There we go. Other than my marriage to Miss Harris, she and I have been together for a while, and there's still time for us to break up. Isn't that nice? Isn't that sweet? There's still time for us to break up. Here's Gav. Here's Elena. Here, I'll pay for grading. Sending now. All right, sounds good. There's Sack and Sky Samurai Lightning and Althick. Oh yeah, Thicky. Very good. Now I had about 20,000. You guys have to understand. I had about $20,000 in savings that I had earned by being very harsh, very disciplined with my money, working very hard for Coca-Cola, and having dreams and aspirations. So I had about $20,000 cash. She wanted to use it. She wanted to spend it. She didn't want to save it. I was like, no, we got to invest this. We got to use it to get it degrees. And she's like, you know what? That's all lame. Let's not do that. Let's go have fun. Here's Bart's. And I was like, All right. I also think you should get a lovely clip of that Bart's card because it's pretty cool to see that. I've never seen that before. Wow. Neat, man. Congratulations. Oh, yeah. Sleeved up. $180 store credit card. Alex Silva going deep. Appreciate it, man. Keeping us busy tonight, huh? What time is it already? It's already 4. How's it so late? That means our total stream time for today is already at 6 hours. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know that? We have a busy daytime stream. We are already at 6 hours. Unbelievable. Let's go clip this. Not enough hours in the day to do enough streaming, man. Especially with fine customers like you guys. Fine babushkas. Let's jump over to where's the clips channel? You guys treat me very well. All right. I feel very what's the word? Not patronized, is it? Patronized means something else. So this shall say Bart's signature from Final Fantasy Gunslinger. Oh wait, I didn't need to make another link because we already had one clip for tonight. The off-center card was from tonight, wasn't it? So we will just add to this. We'll hit save on that. Perfect. 45 for grading, right? That's correct for PSA. Time flies when you're talking. Vacation with no monies. You don't. Okay, so we'll toss this up here. Time flies when you're having fun. Alex Silva, why did I write 360 down? It's actually 180. That would be a nice gift, a little bonus, $180. Now, let's take these and let's find your bag, Mr. Alex. It's nice to have you back, Mr. Alex. Aha, very good, very good. Oh, sweet. Tossing this in here. What do you guys think of all those stories? What was the highlight of those stories for you? Anything interesting? Look at these Vincent promos. These are actually pretty solid too, aren't they? Wow. Maybe we should get more Gunslinger in the Abyss. I mean, I like the box topper. Do you think I should get more or should I let it be sold out? Because we still have some booster packs left, but they're just loose packs. There we go. Nobody ever buys them, so it's kind of funny that you bought this tonight. That signature was sitting there the whole time. We had it the whole time, and nobody was opening it. And then you decided to open it. 3 more likes for 67. What? It is? Look at that. Oh, yeah. We hit 40 likes, guys. Nice job, everybody. Let's get this free slab handed out, and then maybe another free slab. I'm hitting refresh on the giveaway channel. Next. All right, so it says free. So just type in the keyword free, and we'll start adding names to this, okay? The Mew was sitting. I've heard them a ton. You've heard these stories a ton? I've told these same stories before. I only have one life that I lived. Let's see. We have an order from, oops, come on now. Mr. Kevin Beaterzicki. What's up, Kevin? Shipping my bag, 4 Poke Shuffles, addresses, blah, 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 blah. I should have an old bag. Kevin Beaterzicki. Let's go looking for it, okay? Kevin V. Kevin Rust. Nathaniel Martinez. That's in the K box. It should be in the N box. Here's Kevin Maldonado. Kevin Sumpton. Kevin Jenner. Kevin Beaterzicki. Whoa! There it is. Hell yeah, dude. Here's Kyle Hazard. Here's a Kyle Bandit. Look at this card from 11/24. That's mega expired. That was a year old in 11/20/25. And now it's 2026. So this is about a year and a half old. Let's see what he had in here. Sent a 1 cent order for grading. All right, sounds good. These are just okay. I mean, these are Korean, and that's just a Dawn fan. I think we can treat this as abandoned. The bag's kind of sweet. Do you know what? The K box is crazy full, so I'm surprised I didn't check that sooner. That bag is a year and a half old, abandoned. So Kevin Beaterzicki, what did you have? Do you have something nice? I'm curious. Umbreon, Fullaby, Drifloon. Drifloon's nice. All right, just a couple cards in here. Shipping my bag and 4 Poke Shuffles. Hey, let's see if he snipes a slab out of the Poke Shuffles. That would really make the shipping pretty sweet. Good luck, Kevin. These are the most popular thing on our menu, guys. These sell like popsicles. They're $5 chance for a slab. 1, 2, 3. So we put that in the back. That's part of the shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's his now. He actually can keep these commons. They're actually his. By default, I just assume you donate them back, but you can actually keep these. These are yours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No luck. I think I gave you too many. You ordered 4. I gave you 5 of them. So I actually am going to put 1 back in the box. And Kevin, I will go ahead and toss these into your bag. In fact, why not? There you go, because you're shipping out. So there you go. Those are actually yours. When you guys buy the Poke Shuffles, you really are buying those common cards. Those are yours. All right, now let's get some shipping for Kevin. And it looks like we have an address in your PayPal. Good. Let's log into PayPal. Looks like it's the first time we're shipping you out, man. Oil price is so high, I need to start digging in the earth. That's right. We're going to cancel this. All right. Good. Grabbing this. How's the Iran war doing? Is anyone winning yet? Okay, we're going to grab address here. Okay. We'll grab the emails. All right. Popping that in here. And now this is not a very heavy shipment. No clue. Yeah. How about the Strait of Pokemoos? That's what I want to know about. Pop this up here. The label is calculating it. Sometimes it takes a minute for the label to choose a price. While we're waiting for it, why don't we hand out this slab, huh? So now we're handing out a spot to Mr. J-Dog. Good luck, Mr. J-Dog. Number 5. Here's Marion. Marion. And number 6. F-I-J-I-H. F-I-J-I-H. I think you're a new guy. So we got all 6 spots in. Not a very big break. It's kind of a cheap card, right? Landed on 2. It didn't roll much, but that's going to go to Brighton. All right, Mr. Brighton. Brighton Cole, right? I think it's Brighton Cole. And now we can pick out another giveaway slab. So don't go anywhere because we can just start the next one now. Doesn't that sound nice? I was close. Yeah, you were pretty close. So we can just pick out another free slab. How about here's another one just like the other one. So this is a Lucario. YouTube changed my handle. What did you used to be? It did that to a lot of people, so it's hard to remember them. I recognized Ukinil. Is he still watching? You still watching Ukinil? It's been a while, huh? Did we like get into like some kind of fight or something? Sorry. All right, there we go. Let's grab this. That's a 10 though. Yeah, he is a 10 if you upgrade him. Winston Lee. Oh, Winston, such a noble name. Oh. All right. Yes, this is Mr. Winston. Ah, yes, Winston. Okay, we're going to say free over here. I'm moving to Scotland, and I'm going to name my firstborn child Winston. As you do when you're living in Scotland. Yeah, we're going to print postage. Thank you, Kevin. The Pokepot champ. Oh, yeah. You remember the Pokepot. You know, we stopped doing that. Now we do this trade slab is what we do now. So we have a trade slab, and we have the ability. Scotland. Yeah, that's right. We have the trade slab and the other thing where you can donate your holographic pulls from your pack opening to get straight into the trade slab or the free slab. That's what I'm going to say. So we used to have some of you guys remember this. Some of you guys are new, so you don't remember it. We had this thing called the Pokepot, and it was this device where you would donate junk out of your bag, and for every card you donated, you would get like one roll of like I think it was like 6 dice or something like that. It was like 6 dice, right? We would have this thing like this guy over here, like that, and we'd roll it. And if all 6 of the dice were the same number, you got all the cards in the Pokepot. However, if you didn't do it, you would lose those cards and they would go into the Pokepot for whoever did get lucky. So it was a really funny thing because at one point it was this box, it was just like loaded, dude. It was so full. It was full to the brim. and nobody was managing to roll the dice for like 6 6s or something like that, right? Nobody could get it to happen. People would donate like 10 cards, they get like 10 rolls, nothing would happen. So, and then I just one or two guys actually won the Pokepot, and I suppose Winston was one of them. Were you the guy who donated it back, or did you keep it? Because one guy won and he donated it back, and it was like a lot of cards. It was like, damn, dude, I don't know why he didn't want them. I would have kept them if it was me. It was like 2 pounds of cards, man. It was heavy. The Pokepot was neglected, so it went bye-bye. Yeah, so what happened was eventually people didn't do it anymore. I like the jumbo packs. Those are cool. The jumbo pack breaks, right? These guys right here. Check it out, everybody. This is one of the most popular products on our channel. It says this is round number 8. It's more like round number 58. We only recently started counting so that when you go to the breaks history channel, you can like look up, okay, I was in round number 8. But yeah, we probably did like 50 of these before we started counting. So Ruben and Jeff are in here. These are $40 a spot. We need 2 more people. See, it's 41 and 4. So we need a total of 4 people in here. When it goes off, one guy pulls the whole bag of booster packs. He gets all of them. And it's just this really cool thing. The other 3 guys, ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. That's how breaks work in general. It's a chance for something. And it's an RNG product. Here goes. We got an order from Alex Silver, PSA grading for Bart. Yes, sir. So here it is, confirmation on that. Alex Silva. Hey, what's up, Brandon? Brandon Desco. I only kept some of the cards and donated the rest back. Okay, so it might have been you. You might have been the guy. You said, I don't even need all those. You can just donate them back. Here's Abracadabra. Here's Marshadow. Have you guys ever considered acquiring some of these poker cards? You know these poker cards are going kind of nuts lately, right? These poker cards are going kind of nuts. Great card, Abra. He's population 8, by the way. Here's an alternative art, Mega Scrafty from Mega Dream, $110 in a nice tag slab. This stupid Sonic got a 9. This is 1935 Bubblegum Mickey Mouse. I just sold one of these on eBay, by the way. And this one's going to get a grade of PSA 2. Actually, it's really interesting. This one was graded a really long time ago. Look at the old PSA label. Isn't that cool? So you get the old PSA holder, the old PSA label, and the card itself is from 1935. It's almost 100 years old. It's actually like, what, 91 years old? So these are the Disney Mickey Mouse bubblegum cards. I'm kind of a big collector of those. I have quite a lot of those. You don't know how many I have. I've been kind of soaking them up for a while. I like them. I still got my Mickey Mouse card. Nice, dude. I really wish I'd bought some of the raw poker cards when you were still selling singles. Yeah, so because you could get an Abra for like 10 bucks and then regrade them into a $200 card. That's why. And now it's not as good. Now you go hunting for them and you don't get pack fresh cards. People get like the used ones and split them off and sell them for like 20 bucks a card and it grades 9. And yeah, that box, that poker box, the random pull box we used to host, boy, that was good for some people. Some people were pulling like Lugia, Ace of Spades. That's like a really valuable card. All right, let's see what we got next in the queue. So, Mr. Hawk, let's see about you, Mr. Hawk. So you bought all those Rocky cards. Thank you so much, man. This stream basically sponsored by Mr. Hawk Camacho. Wow, holy cow. He says he wants grading on the Korean Mewtwo. Good choice. Good choice. Did we already take care of that for you? Let's see. In your honest opinion, do you think PSA is going to tank because of a lawsuit? Not at all. Not at all. No, because how can this lawsuit even stick? Look at them. PSA has a real competitor with CGC. CGC grades a lot of cards. And then you got tag grading as well. And then you got AGS grading. And you got all these other gradings like ACE grading exists. You got this grading in Japan. Remember the one where the label's like this, right? Like upside down, right? So you got all these grading companies. There's no barrier of entry to the grading industry. You can just buy the stuff and start grading. I did it. So how can they claim that PSA is a monopoly? They don't have a monopoly. They're just popular. It's like Apple. Like, oh, Apple, you sell too many phones. You're a monopoly. They're mad that PSA did what? They bought SGC? Who's grading with SGC? SGC was just defeated by Tag like it was easy. SGC's been in business a long time and Tag just passed them. And then the acquisition of BGS was kind of big, but it's just PSA and BGS then. And so there's CGC grading, which is, by the way, that's NGC, the largest coin grading company in the world, but they also do comics and everything else. It's a major company. You know, kind of like Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Okay. Like, okay, so Coca-Cola's winning. So what? That doesn't mean that there's no competition. So the argument that there's a monopoly, I think that's going to be very hard for the government to prove. The guy who filed it. I don't know what his I don't know what his deal is against PSA. By the way, I'm not a PSA fanboy. I'm not. I grade a lot with a lot of companies. Always been that way. I've always been that way. I've graded with GMA. I've graded with Sticky Poop Coin grading. You know, I've done a ton of CGC grading. I've done BGS grading before BGS was acquired by PSA. So I've done plenty of grading. I've done SGC grading. I actually had a deal with SGC to do grading with SGC. Did you know that, guys? I don't know if you remember that. It only lasted a brief period because I stopped using it. So with SGC grading, I don't remember what their cost was. It was like $14, but for me it was like 11. So they were offering me cheaper grading because we were doing a promotional thing together. And I did it a couple times and then I was like, I don't want to do this anymore because SGC just wasn't selling. That's how it was. Mr. Huck. So, sorry, I'm going a little bit slow here, but these are good conversations, I guess. So how can you claim that they have this monopoly when like they've got CGC is a very good competitor. It's almost like this is how it is. The lawsuit is like bad for CGC because it's almost like they're saying CGC, sit down, you're nothing. That's what it is. You know, you got this two companies, Coca-Cola and Pepsi, and the lawsuit's basically alleging that Pepsi's not even a real competition for Coca-Cola. Doesn't that suck for CGC? That's so stupid. It's like, bro, take a look at their numbers. They're doing real good numbers. CGC's grading a lot and they're getting a lot of business and people are buying I just sold my Gengar Pristine 10. I just sold them for $10,000. Did you guys know that? How many of you guys knew that? I'll show you. I'll show you. It was in the PSA vault. So PSA is a company that's doing very well. And yes, they did acquire a major competitor, which would have been BGS, and sort of a major competitor. SGC doesn't grade anything. They've got tiny numbers. And by the way, BGS doesn't grade that much either. So you guys have to understand these things. PSA grades like 1 million cards like a month or whatever. BGS only grades like 40,000 and SGC only grades like 40,000. It's not that much. And then over there, CGC is grading like 200,000 and Tag's grading like 40,000. So that's how it really is right now. Check it out. Okay, so just sold this CGC Pristine 10 Gengar for $10,000. Nice. Right, so CGC is doing fine, fine, fine. And they're PSA's major competitor, not BGS, not SGC. Again, because they only grade like 40,000 a month. And this stupid politician still wants to sue them. Why? Is it just for like attention? I don't know why he's doing it. It doesn't feel right. To me, it doesn't feel right at all. It's like, damn, dude, get this government out of here. Wasting time, wasting money. We don't need to sue PSA. PSA, by the way, PSA is making a lot of money for the United States. Does anyone think of it like that? So PSA has offices in the UK. I think it's got one in Germany now, or at least it has plans to open one. It has a very popular one in Japan. So PSA is doing all this business around the world, but they're an American taxpayer. So they're getting all this money from their Japanese clients and their British clients and soon to be German clients. And the company's owned in America. That's fantastic. That's a really good situation for the US government, for the US people, because it means that their economic business is bringing an flow of sales to us from the world. Really good. And the US government is going to do what? Shoot them in the leg because they acquired BGS? Like, bro, relax, man. It's not that big. It's not that big a deal, is it? Is it? It's not the end of the world. You got other options for grading. So I don't know if that guy personally doesn't like PSA or if like he was paid by PSA's competitor to host this lawsuit. Like maybe CGC paid for the lawsuit. Maybe Tag Grading paid for the lawsuit. Maybe some other group. Maybe like I don't know. Maybe like Golden or I don't know. Maybe somebody who doesn't like PSA it got this politician to say, hey man, I will donate money to your campaign fund, but you really need to take a lawsuit shot at PSA. Give them some trouble for me. So I don't know what it's all about, but they don't have a monopoly. You have so many options to grade with, and there's no barrier of entry to grade to start a grading company. I thought PSA was in competition with PSA. It is tags in. I thought Tag was in competition. It is. PSA actually loses grades to Tag, and Tag's growing rapidly right now. And so when they go to court and waste all our money in court trying to put PSA in trouble, PSA is just going to be like, look at all these companies that are grading cards other than us. How can you say we're a monopoly? Javier Arroyo, 2 spots in the Roaring Skies, 1 live custom. All right, you got him in. It's ridiculous. It's a waste of money. They're a waste of money. PSA is a productive company. Think of the millions of dollars they'll have to spend on lawyers to protect themselves from this frivolous lawsuit. It makes no sense. They're in trouble for doing good business. That's what they're in trouble for. All right. Ooh, a poker card. They're basically in trouble for doing too good of business. This is not ExxonMobil, whatever that was. No. What was the name of that? What was the name of that actual monopoly, the oil monopoly? What was the name of that? Does anyone remember? Some of you guys are smart. 2 spots in the Roaring Skies. Here we are. Yeah, you made a good point. This is not like back when the government actually broke up monopolies, like when the oil companies were all owned by one guy. Anyone can open up a grading company. There's no barrier to market. You don't have to build like $1 million oil rig. you know, we are. PSA is not using their position to like force you to buy PSA slabs. People just want to buy PSA slabs. That's all. Right? It doesn't make any sense. They're just a really good business. And so they're in trouble for that. There you go. 2 Roaring Skies. They're a very good business, and that's why they're in trouble. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 spots left in the Roaring Skies. I never looked at it from the other side. Thanks for the input. No problem, man. So Javier Arroyo. Again, I'm not like a big PSA simp or anything like that. I'm probably one of the more outspoken people for saying, hey, you should try other grading companies. I've been saying that for years. You should try other grading companies. I used to defend CGC, actually. I used to say, like, hey, CGC is decent, guys. Like, don't over, like, sometimes people really hate on the CGC Gem 10s, and then I do this. Look at this. So people say, I don't like the Gem 10s from CGC. I move these over here. And then I show them off this. I'd like, wouldn't you like to own one of these? Look at this. It's not so bad, is it? That's not so bad. So I show these off. Some people were saying, like, oh, CGC is going to go under. They're out of business now, baby. Remember when the playtest disaster occurred for CGC? People thought that was the end of their company. I was like, that's not going to end their company. You're not even going to care in like 6 months, in a year. Nobody will even remember it. Next up, we got Sarah Dewsbury, 2 live customs, 10 Poke Shuffles, 1 spot in the Jumbo Pack Break. Whoa. There's 1 spot left, everybody, in the Jumbo Pack Break. If you got an itchy trigger finger and you want to lose $40, jump in there. They're going to be like, you want the Iron Man suit? You can have it. If Tag was to do great vending machines, I think they would surpass PSA. I don't know what Tag actually is planning to do next. I think all they should do is focus on expanding what line of cards they're willing to grade, and then they'll get even more business. Like, imagine Tag got into booster pack grading. That'd be huge. That'd be huge. I think to get into booster pack grading these days, you need like a CT scanning company to scan every booster pack and every booster box. Imagine Tag booster box grading. That'd be a big deal. So that's a topic. In the future, they're going to have that, right? CT scanning is going to allow companies to prove that your booster box is real, and then they're going to offer to encapsulate it, and it's going to be really nice. It's got to happen. It's a great thing. I'll have my booster boxes encapsulated if they do that. All right, Sarah. Sarah, the typically quite lucky. Let's find out what happens with Miss Sarah. 1 and 2. All right, so live customs this time, not super lucky, just normal. The slabs don't look too bad from the old ones. The subs are cool in the slabs, though. These from the Webby, I sent for shuffles, too. This is Miss Sarah Dusenberry. She's ahead of you, okay? So her turn goes first. We are. Miss Sarah Dusenberry. My biggest issue with Tag is their statement that the scanning and the grading is going to get better over time. That means a lot of slabs that need to be regraded. Yeah, that's an interesting point, actually. Don't worry, guys. We're going to make it better. They said that recently, didn't they? They said that very recently, like a day ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the bonus card. All right, the bonus card. When you buy 10, you get 1 free. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, my God. Oh my God, does she ever not get lucky? How do you do it, Sarah? It makes no sense to me. All right, let's take a quick look. We're going to be stuck here for a while. Does she ever not get lucky? Sarah, you got to calm down, Sarah. Oh, man. If you were in the casino, Sarah, they'd start looking at you like, is she cheating? Here's the ditto. He's pretty cute. He's only 35 bucks. He's a simple card. Here's the Clefairy, a full $90 card. I know the Rayquaza too. He's 100. Wow, bro. $100 Rayquaza. That's Sarah Dusenberry pulling out 100 and how do I do the math here? $225 out of that box. $225 in one roll. That's crazy, bro. How does that happen? Well, as we shuffle the box, the hits get kind of mixed around in the box. That's what happens. You know, the whole three to the back trick. Well, that kind of rearranges everything. So all of a sudden, it's possible to have some major hits lined up. So that's what happens. Wow, wow, wow. I'm going to actually mark this as a potential clip as well. Sarah pulls like $225 from the box, from the shuffles in one roll. That's ridiculous, dude. This occurs at 186 minutes, which means we should be done. I'll keep them all. Oh, thank you. That speeds it up a little bit. That speeds it up. I thought your turn was going to take a little while. You know, if you were Team Rocket Grunt, that turn would have taken 7 hours because he would have re-rolled them maybe. I like the re-rolls. They're making the Poke Shuffles one of the most popular item on the table. But I got to say, man, sometimes those re-rolls last for like 30 minutes. And I'm like, oh, shoot, man, the time's flying by. We got people waiting. So it's kind of, you're totally allowed to do it, though. I'm not going to be mad at you. There we go. I'm just, think of it like suffering from success. That's all it is. All right, there it is. Wow, I can't believe she pulled all that. That's crazy, dude. What set is the Clefairy from? This is called Japanese Classic Collection. We like to grade Japanese Classic Collection. All right, cha-ching, dude. So this also means we need to do a little bit. We need to put some cards back in there. Marshadow's going in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Marshadow. 0, 8, 0. Marshadow. T10. All right, Marshadow's going in. We got to replace like one of those Rayquaza. The Rayquaza's got to be replaced or something. How about McDonald's Mickey Mouse? There we go. And I don't have a price in mind. Let's make it maybe like 80. Classic collection, Japanese. Yes. So let's see, what would that be? That'd be 10 plus 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14, 15, 16. All right, there it is. McDonald's Pikachu going in to replace the Ray Ray. All right. Number 020. McDonald's T10. Should I make it exciting? Should I put like a warn you that the card you pulled was good? Okay. Well, Sarah, how do you feel about that? You got a expensive Rayquaza, an expensive Clefairy, and a cute Ditto. Which we like Ditto. Ditto's but he's been going up in price lately. All right, 1 spot on the jumbo pack break, 2 live customs, 10 Poke Shuffles. So we just got to put this into your bag, and then we are done. Ooh, we moved your box. So let's grab your table bag. Your box is now out of my range. There you go. Not bad. What else we got here? We got Snorlax. Oh, he could go in. Here's Smeargle. Very interesting. Oh, that could go in. That's Dragonite. Here's Gardevoir. Doesn't that tag 10 go into the shuffles? Oh, yeah. Let me put that in the shuffles. I do that. You got to keep an eye on me. I do that. Apparently, I do that a lot. I still think the next McDonald's set is going to be different and not the same card. If it is different, that card's so going to the moon. It'll go to the moon so fast if it's different. All right, Alex Silva says, let's get 16 ghosts from the past. 16 ghosts from the past. So hold on, let me check the timing on this. I believe that is Mr. Hawk's turn now. Give me a second here. Mr. Hawk, you ready? All right, Mr. Hawk. There's live customs. Here we are, the shuffles. So we're gonna do them together. The shuffles and the live customs. Good luck, Mr. Hawk. I wonder why they haven't released the McDonald's set yet. Yeah, I think when people mentioned it, everyone was expecting it to be like really soon. There's a fair chance that it's a totally different set because this McDonald's campaign in Japan was canceled. Remember that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's your spare one. Wait, did we front load all those cards? Oh, look at that. Did we front load those cards? Hold on. Mewtwo. Oh no, we're good. We did good. We rotated it. So your pull is the Mewtwo. Very nice. So it's going to be Mewtwo for you, Mr. Hawk. I thought for a second I did a no-no, like a stinky dooter. My bad. So Mewtwo 035. Let's find that Mewtwo for you. Now there is a nice Mewtwo in here that's a little more expensive, I think. Let's find out if it's that one. I don't know which one you just pulled. Mewtwo, he's a good Pokemon though. Oh, it is. Check it out. So that's $70 Mewtwo from the year 2022, Incandescent Arcana. Now, you can keep this card, Mr. Hawk, or you can re-roll it for $60. That would be 12 cards. So you're actually up because you spent 50 for 11 and you'll get 12 on the re-roll if you decide to re-roll it. Okay, he says re-roll it. All right, cool. So he's already decided. So the way this works, you're re-rolling for 60. He'll go back into the box for 70 this time. But the next time he's pulled, he will only go back in the box for 60. So over time, these cards fall out of the box. That's how it works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think 14. All right, good luck. So your re-roll will be for 12 cards. Okay. 1, 2, 3. See 3 to the back. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Mewtwo wasn't bad. I thought he's actually decent. All right, I know he's a holo, but those holos have a value, man. They sell. I'll show you. Heliolisk, Lugia. All right, that's looking like a promising situation. So sometimes you re-roll and it's better than what you had. Sometimes you re-roll into a larger amount. Heliolisk, Lugia. Oh my gosh, Mr. Select. I know we're trapped here. People keep giving me their money. What time is this? It's 4. I gotta go to bed, guys. I gotta go to bed. I can't stay up too late. There's the Lugia. All right. No. Is this the right one? That's not the right one. But here's the Heliolisk, right? This is the Heliolisk for sure. Yeah, that's the Heliolisk. Now, is this really not the right Lugia? Weird. So we found a Lugia, but it's got a different number. Oh, you got the better Lugia. Okay. So you've re-rolled into a Lugia and a Heliolisk. What would you like to do now? Lame. Bedtimes are for the wimps. I checked, but it was only the UK. Remember when the McDonald's was going to release their own cards, right? They can still do that. So Mr. Hawk's making a decision on that. 16. We need 16 of those. He goes, keep. All right, you got it. Probably a good idea. You know, you got to quit when you're ahead. That's a good strategy to quit while you're ahead. My sleeping schedule is always all over the place. Okay. Good. Okay, so that's done. You have 2 live customs still, right? Let's see. Yes, he ordered live customs, 2 live customs. You can have just as much crazy luck in here. Okay, let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I'm guessing no more orders. You can place a little order. You want to place a little order real fast? I could probably knock it out. Here's Celebi T10. Don't forget, I go live Saturday too, so we can always jump on Saturday. You're pulling a Celebi out of the live customs. That can be pretty promising because Live customs can have expensive cards really fast. Celery, broccoli, VeggieTales. Here it is. Whoa, $200 celery. That's Super Burst Impact Celebi from 2018. It's an 8-year-old card. So that's from Sun and Moon era. Wow, good job, man. That's a big one. Here it is. He's one of those diamond rares. I forgot what those used. I used to know what those were called. Keep. Oh yes. All right. You've done it, Mr. Hawk. You spent $100. You walk away with way more than $100. Nice job. Here's another interesting fact. One of the changes to our shop here, Mr. Hawk, is oh yes, this is called a prism rare. Is that right? So you can take any card that you own now, any slab, and you can have me put it back up on the table for commission now. So instead of re-rolling, if you're scared you're going to lose the re-roll, you can say, I'll try selling it on commission. The only downside to commission is maybe it doesn't sell. Also, the commission, the payout is 75%. Okay, just so you know. So that's how that works. All right, so that's an option too. You can say, you know what? I'll go ahead and sell that card on commission, and then we'll put it up here on the table. You can also, by the way, there's been a change, guys. You can do that with ungraded cards now. No one has done it yet. The rule is this: it has to be a good card. I don't want to do it for junk cards, so I'll leave that up to my discretion to a certain degree. But it cannot be a cheap, easy card. It's got to be a nice card. So we will offer ungraded cards on commission. It's something we're still learning. In some cases, I might buy it from you if you end up doing that. All right. Wow, you did really good there, Mr. Hawk. You did really good. Very lucky. Where's that free slab? I still got some names to hand out for the free slab. So this time it's a really sexy Lucario. Sell my Zygarde for me. All right, let's take a quick look. Now, Tammy, the trick will be we have to agree on the price, I guess. Let's see. Mega Zygarde. So here it is. You prefer to sell this rather than to grade it. Tammy, you got some hollows too in here. You can give up your hollows for a spot in the trade slab. Did you know that? Or just donate them to get into the free slab. I'm really curious to see what the rock hard selling works. Oh, he means raw card selling. All right, so we're offering to sell raw cards. My order, says Mr. Alex. He needs his 16 packs. Let's go get those. Give me a second. All right, here we are. Excuse me, coughing a little bit there. Here we are. Okay. So you're selling raw cards now. How would we see what you have for sale? I'm not selling them. Personally, I'm not the one selling them. I'm saying you can sell them on consignment now. So if you have a card in your bag, you want to get rid of it, you don't want to grade it, you can do consignment on it. But the rule is it has to be a decent card. I don't want to do consignment for cheap cards. All right. Okay. Let me put this to the side, Tammy. I'm not going to lose it. I'll put it to the side here. Oh, I know. We used to do this differently. We used to do it with a quick strip on the back like that. I only developed that technique where we cut up the corner for those Chinese boxes. There will be a channel on Discord for these? There could be. That's a great point, actually. Could be. All right, Alex Silva, we got you, man. This is a fresh display box. You saw that. I'd love to pull a ghost rare tonight, especially a good one. Big fan of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Ghost Rares, by the way. It would probably be under commission. Yeah, so she would get paid out 75% of the value. That's how it would work. Tammy, I consider the card to be very high quality. Would you like to pick the price out? Do you want me to look it up? That's only if you really want to sell it, by the way, Tammy. You could pre-grade it. You could send it out to grade. You are. If you're not into all that buzz, you could still sell it raw. So it's an option for people. Okay. Yeah, I think I've made my mind up that we should offer that, but it should be only for like, I don't want that card. All right, all right. Very good. So we'll pick a price out on it based on the idea that it's very, very good quality. And then we are. Very good. To be honest, Tammy, I might buy from you. All right. Very good. Yeah. All right. So that wait, he ordered 16. That's 16, right? That's 16. Ghost Dark Rare Magician Girl incoming. Hell yeah, bro. Let's get it. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 16. So this is the end of Mr. Alex Silva's credit. Is that right? Wait. I should do the math on this. I didn't want to do the math. All right, Alex. So let's do the math on this. Let's make sure it all adds up. Pop this open. Now, Alex Silva. So we actually paid with the grading using store credit. So step number 1, this goes from 180 to 135. Okay, so yeah, 135 there. And then I need to know the cost of my Yu-Gi-Oh packs real quick. That's my job to do that. Yu-Gi-Oh. All right, Ghost of the Past 8.5. Let's do 16 times 8.5, which is 136. All right, perfect. It's $1 off, but I don't care. Oh, you actually sent $1. Oh, that's why you did that. It all makes sense, Mr. Alex. Here goes. Come on, Ghost Rare. Here. Oh, weird. I thought it was strange. Look at that. Some of these are coming in upside down. All right. Here's no. All right. Oh, now they're facing upright. And Red Eyes Zombie. 2. Yu-Gi-Oh! Having a little bit of a comeback lately, huh? Now, it's very hard to pull a Ghost Rare, so if these are all cold, I won't be surprised. Okay. All right. Okay. 4 to go. Okay. All right. Now, we got a lot more of this product if you end up wanting to go deeper. This one always tricks me. I always think it's a Ghost Rare, but it's not. Last pack. Oh, what? Sleeve it up, sleeve it up. Wow, what a night, what a night. Blue Eyes White Dragon Ghost Rare pops out. Oh my, are we besties now, Alex? We're besties, right? There's no way we're not besties after that. We got to be besties now, right? That's going to end up on the leaderboards. Look at this. Alex Silva's tearing it up tonight. He went deep, and he is just so lucky tonight. It's unbelievable. You know how many of these I see get opened and they don't pull anything? Like you were about to open 16 packs, and I was about to say, womp, womp, you know? Oi, oi, oi. I was about to say that's how the cookie crumbles. I was about to say that's typical ghost rares. Wow. Is that? I'm out of the circle. That's a nice blue eye blonde dragon. Not bad on the centering. It's not bad. Wonder if you could grade 10. You are? You got to test that one, right? There's no way. You can't skip that. That one's got to be tested. I mean, even if it grades 9, it's still worth it. All right. PSA 10 is like $6,000. Woo. That's why we got that product, man. Like I said, we do have a lot more of the ghost rares if you guys ever want to go hunting for another ghost rare. All right. So I'm going to write your name on it. Wow. 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 What a night. Where is he? Alex Silva says, let's go. Yeah, I think so. I think we're going to go, bro. Blue Eyes, White Schmagen. That's leaderboards in our Discord server and a clip for sure. So cool. All this time later, and we pull that. It's so cool, man. Let me get a link. We're heading over to Discord. So we have this new channel in our Discord. It's called the Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame. We could call it leaderboards if you want. That's going to be Hall of Fame. Clicking on this. Alex Silva pulls Ghost Rare, Blue Eyes, White Dragon, potentially valued at 10K, 6K, I'm sorry. It has to grade 10. It probably won't, but there's a chance. We've seen it happen. All right, you're in the Hall of Fame, Mr. Alex Silva. And now I'm going to go up to the Clips channel. So this is good for Mike's side. His cup's running over right now. Big one. Blue Eyes, White Dragon, Ghost Rare at 207 minutes. Wow. I'm impressed, man. Impressive. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Setting for grading? Perfect. What do you want to do with the hollows? Some people donate them because they do not consider them valuable at all. We can, of course, send them home to you. I don't mind. I'm going to set these over here. I can't remember. It might have been you who was donating them to me. I don't remember who was doing it, but somebody would give them every time they get rid of them. There it goes. Wow, bro. That's nuts. And it was, yeah, it was like the last pack too. Femslayer points out, keep them. Are you telling me to keep them or are you saying you want them? I think he's telling me to keep them. Most people donate these, almost always donate them. I don't think anyone keeps these. So I'm going to send that to the bulk. And since you donated hollows, I'm going to place you into the free giveaway. I think it's universally agreed upon that they're no good. Kind of like One Piece hollows. There we go. Okay, so donated. You're in the free slab now. You can donate your hollows these days, guys, to get into the free slab. Wow, wow, wow. What a crazy ending there. That was the very end of the stream, too. You had to stuck around for that. Some people probably went to bed and they missed it. They missed it live. Such a good moment. You missed it. All right, cool. So I don't think we got that order from Miss Sarah. So Sarah did not send in any big orders, any big last minute orders. Probably it's a good thing because I still have to prepare the shipping for Miss Alexis. She's coming in for Saturday. We can't stop now. We're on fire. Did you want to do a last small order, Mr. Catnip? You can do a last small order. Let me get this priced up for Tammy. Tammy, I think I'm going to end up buying that from you, the Mega Zygarde, okay? You're wanting to just sell it, right? So it's going to say Mega Zygarde. What's the number? 120. We're going to say mint. All right, so mint. Here's what I'm seeing, Tammy. 100, 100, 85, 115, 106, 110, 110, 95, 115, okay? So that's what I'm seeing. I'm going to offer to buy it at, how about 80% of 115? How does that sound, Tammy? I'm saving for tomorrow. Sweet. That would become $92. Down, okay. So she's going to make that, she's going to accept that trade for the Zygarde. I'm going to prep him for grading. He'll go out with all the other stuff. We got to have constant stuff to send out to grade. So you shall receive $92. And if it comes back 9, you're going to be feeling pretty good. You're going to be like, damn, that was a smart move. Question, do I send with PSA or do I send with tag? I'm going to send this one with PSA, I think. I'm going to send this one with PSA. Mega Zygarde, English, PSA. Put this over here. All right, so if that one grades 9, you're going to be clicking your heels together. You're going to be like, that was a smart move, which it will sometimes. Send for some last shuffle magic. Okay, and now, Tammy, let's get you a card. You already have a card, don't you? I think you do. What a stream, man. That was awesome. First, the Bart signature, which already did you pretty good, and then Ghost Rare, Blue Eyes, and it looks decently centered. That's crazy, dude. You know why the stream went so well? Because I was telling all those horrible stories about my previous relationship. I was sharing all the drippy details that you don't need to know. It's the talking, guys. The talking does it. You forget about the pulls, and then all of a sudden they're hot. 2 seconds later, they're hot. Ta-da! So you got $92. If it's a 10, I don't mind either. Yeah, when you sell a raw card, you accept the concept that it could grade 9, could grade 10, could grade 7. But you're giving up your chance for that. That's what you're doing. You're giving up your chance for that potential outcome. It kind of makes sense, Tammy, because you get $92 today rather than whatever it would have sold for as a 10 4 months down the road when it actually returns from PSA grading. It just take forever. So, it's about getting your cash immediately. All right, so it appears we have one more order over here. Mr. I pulled D's Nuts. Rare card earlier today. Nice, dude. I would like to make a card set where it's all memes. That would be neat. Grade Blue Eyes. So that order came in. Thank you. That's good news for Mike's side. He's got some good clips to make now. And here's Mr. It's a special clip. I love that we have that Blue Eyes Ghost Rare clip. That's going to be awesome. Mr. Hawk says 10 Pokey Shuffles. I'm telling you guys, the Pokey Shuffles sell themselves. This has become such a popular product ever since we started the rerolls. By the way, this episode brought to you by Mr. Alex Silva, who went pretty deep, but also Mr. Hawk. He went really deep too. I think those are the two gentlemen who went the deepest, right? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Here it is. So you made tonight special, Mr. Hawk. Thank you very much. All those booster box openings. Just for a cold round of the Pokey Shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's right. That's right. It's possible to do that. All right, Hawk, you just got something else, though. Are you ready? Mr. Hawk, you got an entry into the second chance bounty. So think of it like this. You pull a bounty card. That's right. On this channel, we don't give you a bounty where you get extra pulls for being lucky anyways. Some channels, what they do is they say, oh, if you pull Charizard, we'll give you another Charizard. I got a different strategy. If you pull completely cold, now you're going into the bounty. So we call it the second chance bounty. There's a couple people in this round. Hawk, it ends at the end of the month, and it's $100 graded card, okay? $100 graded card. So now you have got a spot in here. The only way to get in here is to have especially bad luck. All right, but I saw you do 2 cold rounds of the Pokey Shuffle, so you're in. All right. Mr. I pulled a D's Nuts. That's a little bit deflating, isn't it? Because the Pokey Shuffle seems so bizarrely like high payout. And then the next minute, they're freezing cold. But that's really how they work. Look at that. You're going in here too, Mr. Hawk. So you just got pulled by the Nightbot. We're handing out the second giveaway tonight, guys. It's a Friday night, double giveaways. Cody, you made it in. I feel like you haven't made it in a while, Mr. Cody. Here's They Took Our Job. If you guys enjoyed tonight's stream and don't want to miss the next one, consider smashing that subscribe button, and YouTube will tell you the next time I'm going live, which will be tomorrow, roughly at the same time. U2.net is in. All right. Thank you, everyone, for all the likes. Once we hit 40 likes, we start the giveaways. So that's how we do it. Tonight, I gave away 2 slabs, probably worth like 25 bucks each. Maybe a little more. I don't know. Landing on number 4, they took our jobs. Luck was on my side. This is why I love the hobby. I know, right? Like, so, Alex, what you could have done, what a lot of people tell you to do, is to go out and just buy the slab. You could have just bought a Blue Eyes White Dragon. You could have just gone and bought a signature Final Fantasy card. Even if you did that, because you got all this money sitting around in your bank account, it's just not the same. There's something about pulling the card yourself and having it be like a lucky pull and then grading it and it's lucky and it grades 10. There's something to that where it's a very satisfying feeling, right? Like I had that happen with the Crystal Guardians Firo. I'm not a Firo fan, but I don't want to sell it because I'm the one who pulled it. So there's that extra nostalgia for your own pulled card, like the card that you got lucky on. When you buy slabs direct, I think you get like you get perfectly the same luck all the time, right? You don't get bad luck when you buy slabs. You also don't get good luck, but you never get bad luck when you just buy slabs outright. But something about buying them outright can feel very business-like. You know what I mean? It feels like almost like, you know, you're just doing a business transaction. It's like, hey, this is inventory. So it's a very different feeling. Oh, that's you. That's nice. I'll send a PSA probably. So hold on, let me scratch this out. And you're Adam Pashuis, right? Adam Pashuis. It's hard to remember all the names. I think you are. Tell me if I'm wrong on that, by the way. It's been a little while. It is hard to remember all the names, man. Here we are. How's it going, by the way, Adam? How you feel about the poker cards? Are they still making you any money? All right, what we got? We'll throw this away. Let me grab my phone. Okay. Check this out, Mr. Day Took Our Job. Check it out. So on March 26th, I bought this yellow deck for a whopping $2,068. And that's before the import fee. He says, yep. I bought this before the import fee is paid. So that means the import fee probably looks like whatever 2,000 times 15% is. Those import fees are real, guys. You have to pay them. They don't allow you to skip them. They say we will return your package, pay it now, or we're keeping it. So the import fee would have been like $300. So I paid like 2.3 thousand. I saw the other one on the market, but I can tell by looking at it, there is a very good risk. It is not a good deck. There's a cheaper one on the market, but it's got it's got some signs to it. You know, I don't always say everything I know about what I've seen, but I don't trust it when I see it. PSA prices are too high to send more right now. Pulling is the main aspect. As a side hustle, I'm a part-time reseller with my main field being aerospace. I'm a 90s kid. Nice, dude. Yeah, I'm definitely a 90s kid myself. So I think a lot of us are. And, you know, we've seen a lot of that, Mr. Alex Silva. We've seen a lot of people who just kind of started this casually. And all of a sudden, it's just making a ton of money for them. Like Mr. Aovic, when he joined our group, he was just a guy enjoying the hobby. And now I think he's a vendor at shows. We have Mr. Ghost of Anthony, who comes in here under a different name now. He comes under here as shoot, what's his name? Yeah, I was 1989 baby. Um, is it Anthony's Taco? Ant's Taco? It's Ant's Taco. There we go. So he comes under the name Ant's Taco now, and I don't know what he used to do, but he started selling tacos at the Dallas Fort Worth collecticons and stuff like meetups. And I guess now that's actually turning into pretty big business for him right now. He's doing pretty well on that. So, you know, this hobby is attracting a lot of people and making a lot of people productive, like able to make some money and able to have some fun. But it's like a market, but it's also a game, you know? You're not trading like sheep and soybean and oil. You're trading Pikachu and Charizard. So people just love it. It's so much fun, very satisfying. So there we go, Adam. I'm gonna put this over here. My brother is. Mr. Tommy Alut. My brother was born in 89. Nice. I'm born in 89. I'm a big old guy now. I'm feeling old. Thank you, everyone. I had a great time, by the way. I'll see you for this Saturday night stream tomorrow. Don't miss it. We'll have more giveaway slabs and maybe things will be a little crazier tomorrow. Take a look at this. I can expect this Gengar to get pretty close to done tomorrow. I mean, he's halfway done. There's 10 spots left. That is going to create a lot of excitement. This Pikachu is one deep. There's only 4 spots in here. He could end in a flash. Look up the price of this guy on eBay. There's no premium on this break. This one has a premium, meaning I'm priced over the eBay price. This one, I'm not priced over the eBay price. This is a lean break. It's a good card, graded BGS 10. You know, when there's so many of them graded 10 with PSA, how do you stand out? Well, you stand out by getting one that's got an even higher grade. So there's a nice pristine 10 with no premium on it. Here's the consignment break. Do you want to sell cards with me? I will take some of the consignment cards and turn them into breaks to help them finish. This one's going to be an Anthony Kalura break, and it's just this lovely Finn and Jake. It's only 2 spots left, $25 per spot. If you like Adventure Time, it's very good. You know, there's not a lot of Adventure Time people in here buying cards, but when they find out that that's available, they're probably going to jump in. I think they're still making Adventure Time content. And then we've got the 2-pack splits made good progress. This guy didn't move tonight, but they're both about halfway done. This one, I think this one's more than halfway done. That's the pack splits. This is for tomorrow, okay? We got the trade slab, not moving, stuck. The second chance slab. Mr. Hawk, this is the second chance slab. See it? So it's $100 tops 9 tails. And it's in one of those heavy slabs. It's super awesome. But there you go. So that is what you're probably going to pull if you get pulled out of that bounty. Good night, TCC and chat. See you later, everybody. You got my order for the PSA grading? I sure did. Your card's ready to go. Let me show that off to you real fast. So we'll end up sending this off to PSA, and we'll probably get it back 4 months later. And then we got these 2 guys right here. See? Alex, you're doing so good, dude. I hope they grade 10. I will be anxiously awaiting the return from PSA whenever they're done grading. All right. Thank you, everyone. That's assuring. All right. See you later, everyone. Have a nice night.